Yo, it's so good. We got to do it twice. Y'all, this is going to be a phenomenal episode. We only had one NBA game last night, but you best believe we got a bunch of stuff to get into, a lot of stuff to talk about, man. That was a good game, and I know somebody up here in particular was jumping for joy. Jalen Green, hey, chill, you remember the church hand? Jalen Green. Goodness gracious. Shout out. Way to have a bounce back. I'm talking about first game of the season. My dude's ready to rock. As always, this is Player's Choice. I'm here with Penn, Mars, Chill, and Ox, the best of the best. Y'all, make sure to do us a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're on the way, moving up, building this community every single day. Cannot wait to get into it. Ox, how you feeling today, my brother?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good. Chill, you good?
Right on.
Let's do it, yo.
How you feeling, Penn?
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat some crow.
Ready to eat some crow? All right. Ready to eat some crow. And Mars, I mean, I don't really need to ask you. You know, Chill, I know I don't even need to host a show today. Matter of fact, we don't even need to be up here today. Mars, obviously there was a game played last night, and, you know, well, you're a GOAT, at least for, 2 months out of every single season. He made his comeback last night, and I'm talking about made his debut. And honestly, he played just about as well as I've ever seen him play, especially given the context versus a Clippers team that has a lot of things on the table they're trying to do this year. You get a 29-point, 3 assists, 2 steal performance from Jalen Green. And by the way, 13 threes, 6 made. Mars, is this everything that you hoped it would be for Jalen Green to start the season off?
Well, no, he should have had like 70. That would have been cool. But he played well on a minutes restriction against an underhanded Clippers team. So, it's not exactly the highest level stakes or competition. But he had the jump shot going, and that's a big part of his game, obviously. The biggest question with him is not can he have these types of games, it's can he string together these types of games with any sort of consistency. So I know a lot of people expected me to come in victory lapping, Jalen Green. No, he's been entirely capable of having really good games in the first 4 years of his career. The issue with him has been about doing it sustainably and consistently. Is Jalen Green going to shoot 46, 47% from 3 every game? No. So we know there's going to be games where he goes 2 for 13 from 3, and then he only has 14 points, and then everyone who doubts Jalen Green is going to be right back where they were, and then I'm going to look like an idiot for gassing up this game when I know how law of averages work. So I'm going to say he played well. Obviously, the biggest swing factor for him is how good of a jump shooter is he. Because if he's a good jump shooter, then you end up having someone who's more viable in these actions as a heavy three-point shooter despite his athleticism. I think the biggest difference is that a lot of his, especially his makes, were off the catch. A lot of catch and shoot threes. That was a big difference from before in Houston. So it's although his threes, the shot diet is different. He shot like 32% on off the dribble threes last year, but 40+% on catch and shoot threes. So if you can just change up his shot diet, that does lend to better efficiency in the long run. Phoenix spacing, I do think, obviously makes a huge difference for him. The ball's moving, the ball's hopping. This is a Houston team he was on last year that was the bottom of the league in passes. This Suns team is moving the ball very consistently, good to great, all of that great philosophy stuff. So it should help with his shot quality. But at the end of the day, he has to make the shots, and he did that last night. He was amazing, a plus 30 in 23 minutes. In a game that was kind of close in the first half, he kind of blew it open in the third quarter and kind of, not single-handedly, but he was absolutely the Suns' best player last night, and pretty much made that game a blowout. And then obviously he went hunting for his 30-piece and ended up missing back-to-back threes. But like, what can you expect? I mean, when you're playing that well and you know you're on a minutes restriction and you're up by 216 points, go chase your 30. I would say don't miss your first 2 free throws of the game, but beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, I think he played great. I think he played great. There's not many concerns I have. He took a couple mid-range jumpers, made 2 of them, got fouled on the third. He did say it was a point of emphasis for him to work on his intermediate game. Obviously, I'm not saying he's going to turn into Kevin Durant in one season, but if that is a viable part of his game, that obviously helps him a lot. Now, I don't know if he's going to ever be an all-NBA player like Chill has said, or if he's ever going to be an all-star or what the ceiling is. But I think the flashes are undeniable. It's just about how much stock do you put into them. Me and Chill obviously put more stock into them the most. But I can understand why the pessimism comes. But based on just last night, he played really well. They play the Clippers again tomorrow, and I assume James Harden will be there. I assume Kawhi will be there, and I assume Jalen Green won't play as well. And I'll be eternally grateful that there's no panel episode the next day. So we'll see what happens. But I just don't want to overreact to one game and say he's going to be the MVP. But he's going to have good games. He's going to have bad games. Penn's just unfortunate that his good game came on a day where he's on the panel the next day. And I'm fortunate that his bad game is going to come on a day where I'm not on the panel the next day. It's just
man,
that's the way life is sometimes.
Well, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like the woman who cheated on you 15 times, but you trying to sell yourself on the idea that she gonna come back and she's a changed woman. So it's like she did all this therapy and she's good, but I know it could go bad. But she looks so damn good. She been hitting the gym, but damn, she really did mess my life up. Nice. It's just like every 15 seconds of glaze, you had to drop but this is bad. You just sound like a battered woman, Mars. I'm trying
to be objective.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be objective. Jalen Green looked freaking amazing. He looked amazing. Let me do what you're not willing to do right now, and just
I said that to you, to be fair. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but then you peppered in all this like, but he missed free throws and stuff. No, man, he looked amazing.
That was a joke, but yeah.
He looked amazing. He took Ivica Zubac to the. I don't want to hear nothing about necessarily that the Clippers were undermanned. They still had plenty of good defenders on the court. Chris Dunn, great defender. Ivica Zubac, great defender. Like, there's nothing about what the Clippers put out last night that should have made offense easy, and they smacked them. So at this point, I'll remind you that the Phoenix Suns actually have a better record than the Clippers right now. And they're in the same conference. I'm not projecting playoffs, but this could be a really fun playing team. And while I had a lot of trepidations about this idea of Devin Booker and Jalen Green and how's this all going to work, it looks good. It looks good, man. I mean, as much as it is like, on the theory of it is like two kind of 6'5"-ish guards. How does this work? At the same time, someone got to guard both these guys. And if you're going to double Devin Booker, boom, there goes Jalen Green on the weak side. I liked his process a lot better. I had a lot of issues with his shot selection early in the game, and I was mentioning that on the playback episode. I'm like, that's a stupid shot. Why is he taking that? But as the game went on, he let the game come to him a little bit more. He was attacking. I feel a much more measured. He felt like the game had slowed down for him. And I'm reminded that Jalen Green was the number one player in this class. When in high school, there was a lot of talk about this guy's going to be a superstar. We haven't really talked about him in those terms over the last few years. He had a lot of tough seasons. He's 23 years old. If this is the level up season, if this is the season where it all comes together for him, I'm rooting for him.
Did Kawhi and James Harden play last night?
No.
That's what I was asking.
Bradley Beal did the third stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going, because I think a lot needs to be said about the importance of playmaking and having your best distributor on the floor, having one of your best scorers on the floor. When that's not going, then you have to rely on your defense, which at some point, you have to score points. And when I think about this, when I think about this Clipper offense, I think about this Clipper defense. The Clippers, they ended up holding Phoenix to 17 points in the second quarter. Where it got tricky was in the third quarter. It was when they blew the game open. And they couldn't match that with their buckets because they don't have their primary ball handler. They don't have their primary playmaker. They don't have one of their best perimeter defenders in Kawhi Leonard. So I think that was one of their biggest problems. On top of that, I think Zubac got jumped on the glass last night. And before I go any further, hey, my man, pass that. My dude.
I will chill.
Damo. Damo.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we living, bro. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
Appreciate it. Glad to be back.
That's my man's, bro. That's my man's Damo's, man. Y'all know it's going to be a crazy episode when Damo jump on. And we got Chill on the stream, too. Man, it's about to be nuts. But Damo, actually, this is a good little entry point. And Penn, I'll get back to you in a second here. But, we're talking about Jalen Green playing yesterday. And Damo, how much do you think it matters that JG's going to be in a new situation with Jordan Knott, who I think has done a good job, obviously so far this season. But it's kind of like a little bit of a low leverage situation. Do you feel like JG can play better in a situation where there's not a lot of responsibility?
I would hope he could. I gave up so much hope on Jalen Green. You know me, I was team he can do this. burnt my jersey last year, man. Hey, go out there and enjoy your Malik Monk role, bro. Like, I don't. This is a Malik Monk year for him. This is a prove it year. You got to prove that. When I came in, I heard Penn say, he showed why he's the best in the class. By doing that, no, I got to see more.
No, I did not say that. I did not say that.
Yeah, you said that.
I did not say that. I said he
said that.
was once considered the best in the class.
Oh, okay.
And we saw that talent. He is definitely not the best in the class.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
He not top 5 in his class right now. I'll remind you, Austin Reeves was in that class.
That's the best in the class, but yeah.
Jalen Green not better than Austin Reeves?
On what earth? Not this one. Not Earth 616.
Man, we compare 36-year-olds to 23-year-olds.
I thought Austin Reeves was better than him. My bad.
I did too.
LeBron James,
to be honest with you,
compared to Jalen Green.
That's tough.
I thought Jalen Green was better than him, but I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging out. Okay, he might be playing better right now. But,
maybe if his name was Jalen Greenovich, he would be better. But it's
if he puts up 30 games like he did yesterday, he'd be top 5 in this class for sure.
We 100% was
Top
having
5.
this.
Okay.
I'm going to refrain from talking. For
What conversation?
There was a conversation when he went on this run. I want to say last year when it was like from the late February, March, and then
March. Can you get those exact dates?
The infamous March Jalen Green, the 11-game history.
He was awesome.
Wait, chill. Hold on. We got to make sure
that was like the
Mars,
best
but we got to
time
make sure we acknowledge the people. Yo, Big Damo, you ain't even been in here but 2 minutes, and we got a Big Damo in the building. $50 super chat. Showing love to Damo. They sending you 50s. Hey, chill. What do you say? Fistful of 50s for Damo? Goodness gracious, bro. Shout out to my dog, man. He pulled up and they start giving money out. Shout out to Multi Kenny. Go ahead, chill. What were you saying, my dog?
Don't give me a fistful of nothing.
You can click that link.
As I was saying, this was one of the reasons why I was as high as I was on Jalen Green, because I thought that Houston was going to stick with him. I did. I thought Houston was going to stick with him.
You thought that, Chill Town.
I did. I thought that they were going to stick with him. I felt like that Ime Udoka was getting something out of him that he hadn't got, that Silas hadn't gotten out of him in the past. There was way more discipline in his game. The shot selection had gotten better. The mid-range wasn't where I wanted it to be, but he was working on it. The pull-up 3 was getting better. I mean, he was improving as a player, which was why I felt like
what you mean pull-up 3 was getting better?
Well, his whole game was getting better. Like when he came off that dribble handoff, when he would come off that dribble handoff going left to his weekend, it was improving as opposed to what it was 2 years ago when they were Animal House. And he was just taking wild shots. He was much more in control of his game when he played under Ime Udoka. I felt like he was more disciplined than he was when he played under Silas. I felt like his downhill game had gotten better. He was improving. And I thought that if he stayed with Houston, that all-pro caliber player that I thought that I could see, I thought that I was getting there. But then they ended up moving on from him. And I feel like we got to start over now in Phoenix. And I'm worried about how they're going to continue to develop him. That's the thing that I'm worried about with him.
I just think Jalen Green is, like, I feel like it's not much higher of a ceiling Jalen Green can go. Like, I figured that out after watching Jalen Green the first year. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
He looked better yesterday. He was participating on defense yesterday.
No,
he can be a rotation guy.
He can be a starter. He can be a starter.
He participated on defense last year. So.
I mean, he can be a starter on the Suns, like for a team like that where less is more. But if you're talking about putting him in a situation like where he's on the Lakers or he's on side of a championship contending team, his best bet would be to come off the bench. But on a team like the Suns, he can develop and grow into a role there. I think Jalen Green can average consistently for his career around 22, 24 points a game. But how he's going
all pro to me.
All pro.
Not in this.
Not in the Western Conference. Not in this league.
Maybe back in 1976.
He's not competing with Jerry Stackhouse anymore, Joe.
Now you averaging 24, 3 and 3. You're not making the All NBA teams. You just know.
If he's
you're not making All NBA teams.
If he's 22, 5 and 5,
just so we clear, I just want to make sure that we clear that you dudes just said to me. I want to. Hey, Swiper, can you tell the people at home Donovan Mitchell was first team All Pro? What did he average last year?
He shouldn't have been though.
But I ain't asking what he should have been or what he shouldn't have been. Tell everybody what Donovan Mitchell
had the best record in the NBA.
He was 24 game last year, first team All Pro.
But like I said, if Jalen Green averaging 22, 3 and 3 is not making
I'm so glad you brought that up because I felt like
Reggie Miller
I felt like what they're doing in Houston with what they were developing, if you could get a 22 to 24 game guy, and this team is, I think they were third in the West last year. If they continue to improve, maybe second, maybe even at the top of the West, consistent with that defense.
It was second in the West.
Chill,
Yeah,
Donovan
it's
Mitchell,
like-
your guy, right? Donovan
Yes, he
Mitchell
is.
is your
Donovan
guy.
Mitchell-
You
You
Donovan
telling
Mitchell's
me
team
that
on
you
64
watch
games,
Jalen
you're like the
Green,
only
you
one
see
who
that
thinks
level
he's
of
ever
upside
done.
in him?
I don't think he's Donovan Mitchell good. I'm not saying that point. That's not what
Okay,
I'm
so the
saying. What I'm
24
saying,
and 22 is irrelevant.
okay, well, no, that's
Because
not
Donovan
true.
Mitchell
And
did
the
not
reason
chill. Donovan Mitchell did not make All Pro because he averaged 24 points per game. Let's just be
Okay,
clear
one
about
of
that. Okay,
okay, one of the
because
main
Cam
reasons why he
Thomas
made
averaged
the All
24.
One of the main reasons why
That's
he
25.
averaged 24 a game was because he was on a team that was damn good defensively. They had a really good core around him of guys
Yeah,
who
we
can
in the
do
East.
other things to make that team better. Hence Houston, which Houston, they got Sengun. They got one of the best defenses in the league. They were winning a lot of games off of their defense. Jalen Green, if he's averaging 22 to 24 game, and they're still playing that level of defense, in addition to playing that level of defense, I'm getting a better I'm getting a better scorer, a more efficient scorer with Jalen Green. That's all I was saying. That's it.
But I think but to be fair, Chill, the issue is even if like right now Austin Reeves is I don't remember his exact number. Somebody can pull him up from I
31
can't.
and 9.
25.
Yeah, like that's
He's
Jalen
averaging
Green is
31
getting
and
washed by that. Jamal's out obviously playing well. He's not sniffing an All-Star game because he's just not going to unless it's the international version or whatever.
Not this
No, because the problem is in the Western Conference you
The
have
league
so
is too talented.
yeah you have so many guards that are so good, and even at the bottom of the league, bro, you got Zach LaVine in Sacramento rotting away,
29.
and he's killing.
Riding
So-
away is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got a bunch of players better than JG.
Come on.
I'm
man.
sorry, did I lie? My bad. I don't. It's not even a shot at Ox. It's a shot at ownership. I think their ownership is
Is that
horrible.
not running away?
Riding away
He
is
100%
crazy.
is rotting away up there. He is.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Ox. I just think he deserves better. He's been in a battered relationship for a long time now. He deserves better than that. But I do think, Chill, it's really hard to break that tier of. And you said All Pro. That's 15 slots. He just doesn't. I don't think he has the ability to get there at this point in his career at all. Like not even close.
I think one of my issues with Jalen Green, to be honest with you, and I could be a little wrong about it, people can feel a way about it. I don't think he has the body type to do the things that y'all think he can do. Like
What
I
does that
just
mean,
don't
Joe?
think so. Like he's a good shooter, he's athletic, but I don't ever see him getting into getting into your go-to shot. I think the way he shoots the ball is so up and down, and that's why he doesn't have that go-to shot.
But you just don't like his go-to shot. Because it's a
What
step
is
back.
his
he
three.
does.
That's-
His,
he has
his
got
go
that.
his go-to shot is the step back three. You just don't like the shot.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Yeah, don't say he doesn't have one. Just say you don't like the one
Does
he
he
has.
feel like
And I
he's
say he
more
don't
on
have one
balance
'cause
right
it's
now?
inconsistent too, though. Like it's inconsistent. Like if we look at Shea, for example, Shea gets
Yeah,
down here
Shea's got the push off, and then
and he's gonna make that like more times than not. He's making that at a
for
high
sure.
level clip. And Shea's strong, like Shea's skinny, but he's strong.
Mhm.
Like he's able to get you off. Jalen Green isn't that strong. Like you put hands on him, he's going left to right, not downhill. You put hands on Shea, he going to the free throw line, or he getting downhill at least. You can't do that with Jalen Green, and that's what I'm seeing. Unless he gains like a good amount of muscle and strength,
Yep.
I don't see that. I see erratic play up and down, and that's how it is when you're a player of that size and that strength. You're going to get pushed around. You're going to have inconsistent games until you get that.
Drinks, do you look at his game? Is there more control in his game today than it was, let's just say, 2 years ago when they just missed the playoffs?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's a better ball handler for sure. It's still a little inconsistent. I think I've been saying this for the longest on PC. Simplify his shot selection. Just simplify it. He looks so much better off catch and shoots. He looks so much better off that rather than him creating.
Were we
his
going
own
that way?
three-pointer shot. Huh?
Were we going that way? Do you think we were going that way when he was in Houston? Like, does it seem like we were going that way?
No, I think they got it. I mean, from what he did in the playoffs, that shit was egregious. But I think
It's the first time I've ever been in the playoffs, by the way, guys. Just so you guys know, I went from Animal House to being in the playoffs. I never did that. Okay, it was awful. I'm not
Yeah,
going to argue that.
but that's cool.
It's the first time I've ever been
I-
there. So if you can
but-
give me a break, I've
But
never
I
been there.
also think the
before.
Rockets decided that this was gonna be Jalen Green. Like I think that's what they decided, and I said that when they gave him that contract. I said it's a very trade-friendly contract,
Yep.
100%.
Mhm.
I said that before he got the contract. That I didn't think Jalen Green was gonna be in Houston very long. I can just tell the way the Rockets were trending, and I'm like,
Mhm.
Jalen Green doesn't fit what they're trying to do. And then they really invested in Şengün. It's no way you can have them two on the same team long term and think it's going to work. I just don't think so. So that's why they got rid of him.
Jalen Green shot more
Mars.
off the dribble threes than catch and shoot threes last year.
Mars, can I just want to ask y'all a question? Just based off of one game, is it possible? Chill. Is it possible? Damo,
He's better than Kevin Durant.
Pin.
Is that what you gonna ask?
Drench,
Don't do that. Hell
Swiper.
no.
I knew.
It's not
Is it possible
It's not
that
possible.
Jalen Green
I know.
is
Well,
this season finally gonna be better than Kevin Durant?
It's not possible.
I will
No?
say,
Okay.
thus far this season, based on the games they both played, Jalen Green has been better than KD.
This man played one game, but
Well, that's all we got to go off. We're
KD
going
put
off
up
of
a-
small
KD
sample
put up a
sizes from
stinker.
everybody.
First of all,
We're going off of small sample sizes for everybody.
KD the
D-Book
last
is
couple
the
games
best
hasn't
player
worst
been
he's
game
ever
I ever
played
seen
with.
him play in Memphis.
Yeah. To be fair, they were hounding him, and somehow he only shot 0 free throws.
Can we be
But,
real?
like-
D-Book is the best player he's ever played with.
Yes.
This helps.
I mean,
by,
okay.
by
Oh,
some
Jalen
Green?
significant margin,
Yeah.
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 He only played with Shane
I
Gould.
was
Shit.
worried.
He's never played. No. He's never played with a
I'm
player
like, wait a minute, what are you talking
who has this type of gravity. And I like D-Book's playmaking
Shane Gould
shots.
got a lot of gravity.
D-Book's better.
He does, but
He is.
it's different. It's different.
It is
gravity.
a different type of
Post-gravity
gravity,
is
and
different.
honestly, like it's a more perimeter oriented gravity with Devin Booker, right? So with Şengün, it's like he's demanding post touches, kind of in the way a little bit, clogging up the paint a little bit. So I think there's a world in which Jalen Green can ascend to a Zach LaVine type of career, which means multiple All-Star games. You know, certainly has talent for it. Talent has never been the question. I think his mindset and his balance and his strength, these are things that I'm kind of hoping will come with age, right? The game slows down a little bit, decision making. If he can become a little bit more obsessed with the process of film, you know, breaking down film, getting into coaching, you know, and saying like, where can I pick my spots a little bit better? And I just think that not having to single-handedly like handle perimeter offense and have this player who on your team is better than you at your job will allow easier shots, open shots, more pockets of space. I like the fact that the Suns are going to run a lot, you know, on this team. They got athletes up and down the roster, right? Rasheer Fleming, Ryan Dunn. They got a lot of these like long wings, right? So I think I'm excited. I'm excited about what they're.
Fleming and skip over Nigel Hayes Davis. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I guess I don't have a personal bias when it comes to this. I'm just saying I like what they're building in Phoenix. I think they need a point guard to stitch it all together, but you know, this shout outs to Phoenix, man. I think that's a team that could be a sneaky fun. Playing team.
No. Before we do that,
What?
we not finna go over when I said Phoenix would be one of those teams. You guys scoffed and said, "Oh, they're gonna stink." Don't
They
do
are
that.
going to stink. They beat the Clippers without
Okay.
without
I
you.
said
New-
I said I think
new
they can win
information.
36
New
games.
information.
You
New
decided to
They
go
beat-
like
they beat
40
them without
something.
James
I
Harden.
I
said,
said 41 games. They said Phoenix. Would
yeah,
win
I didn't
41
think
games.
500. I said they could probably win. They might be able to win as many games as they won last year. That's where I'm at.
Oh,
But
no,
they
I
are
think
going to stink. This
No.
winning this game last night doesn't mean anything.
They've started
They
the
do stink.
season relatively well, mainly at home. At home, I think they're 4-1. On the road,
I mean, what's that boy named Dylan Brooks ain't really been playing. Jalen Green played his first game, so
Yeah, and
I
Issa
mean,
Iguodala is still in the rotation, so,
not Dylan, but Devin Booker and Jalen Green, they're just rotting away in the desert. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this means anything. Come on.
Oh man, see, you want to throw shots at other people because they throw shots at the Kings, but now
I
you want
wouldn't
to
say
throw it
that's
back
a
at the
shot.
Suns.
I would say if it's fair to say somebody is rotting away on the Kings, it's also fair to say someone's rotting away on the Suns. I think that's an equivalent. That's
The
fair.
season just started for both of
These
them.
are false equivalents. One of these teams is way better.
Who's in a
than the
worse
other.
situation, Pin?
Clearly, Sacramento.
We're clearly better than the Suns, but I'm not going to argue with you. We'll just wait as the season goes.
No, you're not.
both teams are in the
y'all.
play
I'm
right
not
now.
going
That's
to
what
argue
I'm
with
at.
you.
Both
We'll
teams
just
are in the
wait as the
play.
season goes.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm
Both teams are in
confused.
the play right now. So.
I'm so confused. Has Devin Booker not been rotting away in Phoenix this whole time?
Since they went to the NBA championship, he's been milk in
And
the
then
desert.
before that, how long? Before that, how long was he in the league? I'm sorry, rotting away, doing nothing.
Yes, he was milk.
Early,
The
he
way
was
you talking
definitely
about it,
right.
you sound like he's been in the league since 2007, Damo.
He's been in the league
No,
since
he's been in the league since
2015. He's
2017.
been in the league over 11
and he
years.
made a finals run.
Yes.
He made one finals run, and how many deep playoff pushes has he had in 10 years?
What's
One.
a deep playoff push?
I would say past the second round.
She's had one.
Okay,
Past
the
the
finals.
round.
The
Okay,
finals
past
is
it.
the only.
How
He
about
had,
past the
so
first
in
round?
one, so past the first round. I don't think past the first round is a deep playoff round push. But I'm just saying, for me, my definition would be past the second round is deep playoff push. He's had one in 10 years.
Two. They went. They lost.
They lost in Game 7 in the second round in 22.
That's pretty deep.
But they got as far as you could before you. Like they got as close to a deep playoff run as you could possibly get.
Very fair. They got close to a deep playoff run and had a deep playoff run. But other than that, he spent more time in his career wasting away than actually being productive.
That means that,
and you're comparing it to a
Mitchell's
team
never had
that's
a
made the
deep
playoffs one time in the last 17 years. How are we?
I'm just saying
equivalent?
two things can be true. I'm saying two things can be true. It can be on different levels. It still can be true.
Playoff run hasn't won a round in since Chris Webber. Like, no, these are not the
one
same.
playoff run in 10 years.
How many times has Phoenix been to the playoffs?
No, they've had multiple.
No. When I say
One
a deep
playoff
run, a deep playoff
appearance.
run, I mean.
I'm not trying. Look, I'm not
It's
trying
like
to
run
say
the
that
ball.
we have been doing the same thing as the Suns. So let's not go there. Okay, I'm not gonna go season for season. What I'm saying is for Devin Booker to be the best shooting guard in the NBA, which he's been in those talks for the past 8 years, and then to have Kevin Durant on his team for the past 2 seasons. Maybe not 8, maybe 5. All right, 5 years.
Say 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. I'm just throwing a low on it. I'll put a low on it. But let's keep it there. Just 5 years.
5 years.
I do think that he's riding away. He just had arguably the best scorer of all time on his team, and they're not doing nothing. So I mean, yeah, him and Jalen Green are riding away.
We're gonna finish that conversation on the other side. Cause actually, I'm curious because
over. Swiper.
No, I mean I don't know if it's over. It feel like mighty open to me, Jordan. But we'll get to that in a minute. But y'all already know what time it is, and we got him locked, ready to go. Stop playing the house. Play other fans and still win even when you miss a leg. Quick Picks on Splash is the new peer-to-peer DFS game where you pick more or less on at least 2 player projections. Your entry gets matched with other players at the same buy-in and pick count. Now, here's why it's fire. You get fair matchmaking. You're competing against other people, not the house. It requires more strategy. A diverse range of lines means that you can find multiple ways to outsmart other players, and you get better odds. You don't need a perfect card. Just have more correct picks than the group, and you can win cash. If multiple players tie for the top spot, they then split the prize. Now, new users, you can use code PLAYER for a deposit match up to $50 and 100% boost on your first entry. All you got to do is hit the link in our bio, build your Quick Picks, and we can see who really knows ball. And y'all, make sure you tap into this. And again, you got to be 18 in order to play, 20 in order to play in Massachusetts, Iowa, Arizona, 19 in order to play in Alabama and Virginia. Terms apply, paid partnership. Come run it with Players Choice on Splash Sports and turn those picks into real cash prizes. And y'all already know, I'm locked in with my RAYCON. I got them deep. I got them ready at all times. Make sure you tap into RAYCON. You get great deals. And by the way, Mars, you don't care about this at all because you don't care about NFL football. But Jordan, my Lord, I got sold last night by Bo Nix. I got sold by Bo Nix. Sold, bro. I was 2 for 3, and Bo absolutely sold my picks, man. But you know what? We got more coming up on the NBA. And Ox, I believe we're still active in the Survivor contest.
Yes, we are. The Survivor contest is still going strong. There's 12 people left. I'm one of the 12. So that's still going. If you missed this Survivor contest, don't worry. There's another one coming very soon. All you have to do is pick a player to score 20 or more points every game. You cannot pick the same player. It's actually pretty easy if you ask me. So next time, make sure you get involved, fellas. Get involved.
Hey, was that Swiper or was that goddamn Bob Minery? God damn. What be doing this damn thing on that damn
hey man, look, it's been hosting for a long time. Skill. Which one you want? Which ad read you want?
Shit, I want the
you want the run through against Splash Sports. Make sure y'all tap in. $50,000 Survivor Series on the NFL side, $15,000 weekly pick 'em on the other side. Y'all know what time it is. Reminder: you got to be 18 or to play, 20 or to play Massachusetts, Iowa, Arizona, and you got to be 19 or to play in Alabama and Virginia. Terms apply. This is Players Choice. We know how to do it all here, Jordan. We can talk hoops. We can host. We can play basketball in real life for real. You see my highlights. Damo, I need to see yours next. We can play football, cricket, whatever you want to do. Football. We got a former soccer player that's played up here. Not just talking about Dame, I'm talking about Mars as well. We can set real screens. Chill. You want to talk about a ghost screen? Jordan, come off that ghost screen with me right now. Behind the back.
Oh,
Bucket
boy,
next
you
PC
goddamn
weekend.
Jokic. This motherfucker think he Jokic, boy. You see that?
Damo, as you can see, we got some new furniture. We still got the same crazy ass family though.
When did the Swiper highlights drop? I missed that. When the
Oh yeah,
Swiper
they on
highlights
Twitter.
drop?
They on Twitter right now. They on Twitter
He
right
talking
now.
about that shit. He was in the gym shooting.
He took
I never- and
85 shots and
Way
posted
more.
five that
No,
went
no.
in.
Actually, Penn, that's a lie. See, I did. I wanted to do the the reel you can like speed up and like go through or whatever, but that was taking too much time, bro. I was exhausted. I was in Colorado, and I don't know if y'all know anything about 5280. When Jordan, if you ain't ran in Colorado in a minute, I just got done working out. Boy, I was talking about
I ain't never
breathing.
been in Colorado, but I need to go because it's a little joint over there. I need to go take a visit to see what you know.
Jordan, you gonna be in Boulder. I already know he gonna be in Boulder in the wrong part of town.
Nah,
But
I'm
no
being
shout out,
Denver.
bro.
I'm gonna
Nah,
be
we
in
gonna
Denver,
be in Aspen.
Mm.
Snowing, skiing.
Hey, if we did a
skiing with
PC
the
weekend in
bunnies.
Aspen, hey Penn, you might even come out. You know, you would love to do a little skiing. I mean, you would be great at that, Penn. You skiing.
Damn,
or-
because you're European.
Hey,
Goddamn.
hey, Penn.
hell?
Hey, Penn, do this for me.
I ain't a clown.
Hey,
You
that's
know
what we
you're
gonna be.
not
We gonna be
gonna
in
get me to
Aspen
do your
skiing with the
bullshit
bunnies.
pantomime and
You ready?
bullshit. I don't. You will never
Nope.
catch me on
Hell
them slopes, bro.
Hey, shit, well, that's where I'm gonna be at. Y'all know
But
where to
look,
find me.
So I don't want to turn this into a Sacramento thing because I feel like this is unfair to Ox. But I do want to ask though, like, given the situation and what you've seen so far, Jordan, do you feel like this is a positive situation the Suns are in? They got JG, they got Malawak, they got Ryan Dunn, obviously, they got Devin Booker locked in for a few more years. Jordan Knott seems to be doing a really good job. Do you like the direction they're headed in?
Yeah, it's funny that you say Malawat, but the real guy is Williams. What we doing? Like, y'all don't sneak over him. He looked like a monster last night. I was telling Chill last night on playback. I was like, I don't
Mark
give a
Williams.
damn what the Lakers thought. I would have kept his ass. I don't know nothing about that. Oh, his physical wasn't looking right. Motherfucker looked like it was good to me. This man was attempting try to get every block off the glass last night. Everything he did, he was trying to get that shit off the glass. He looked good on offense too. Like, bruh, he is damn good. Mark Williams is damn good, and you can tell he got so much better from playing at Duke. If you saw Mark Williams at Duke, then you see him now, so much better. Like everything, the way he moves, his balance is so much better. His footwork is so much better. The Suns are, I'm telling you, I am under the belief of less is more. You put good role players that understand their role around a star like Devin Booker. Shit can get crazy. It can get spooky at any time you want to. Devin Booker was stat chasing last night, though. He had no business playing 37 goddamn minutes, and they was beating him by 20. He was for sure stat chasing last night. But the Suns look good. Some guys they got to tighten up. I know Mars don't like Nigel Hayes Davis. Oso Iguodala been kind of playing kind of mid a little bit, but I still like Oso Iguodala. I was a big fan of Oso Iguodala coming out of college.
So was I.
But I still like him. It's early in the season. I said, let's not.
I just don't think he's a center. I
don't think so either. I think he's a power forward, small forward type of guy.
You gotta put him next to another big, but
I want to see how he can guard. Like I'm interested to see how he can guard on defense, on the defensive end, like putting him on maybe your best guard and see how he do on that. Like I want to see, can he use his size to shut down Donovan Mitchell if they play Donovan Mitchell, or goddamn, I don't know, whoever you want to say, Anthony Edwards. Put him on Anthony Edwards. Let's see what he does in that aspect. And you got Ryan Dunn.
You want Oso to die? Okay, cool.
I want to see if he can do it. I want to see if he can do it. Should they do it with Vanderbilt? They did that shit with Vanderbilt. Put Vanderbilt on Steph Curry. So I want to see if Oso can do the same shit.
I thought they did a good job in jumping Zubac last night on the glass, and they had a lot of second chance opportunities that really started a run for them. I don't think they did a good job guarding the three ball at all. And Bradley Beal is trying to turn the clock back. It's just not happening. Nope, not happening at all. But what I want to do is I want to see what this Clipper team, because I think you said that they play again, Mars, on Saturday. Is it Saturday or Sunday?
The Clippers play Friday and Sunday. I mean, they play
Phoenix.
Times.
I think they play Phoenix.
The Suns and the Clippers are playing again on ESPN, I think, tomorrow.
Why the fuck would they do
that? So Saturday. Okay, so they play again on Saturday. If I can get a better idea of what these guys look like with both James Harden and Leonard in the lineup against this Phoenix Suns team, I don't think Jalen Green's going to go for almost 30 again. But I'd like to see him in a different with that defense different. I'd like to see when he's got to also chase James Harden around, because they do mismatch hunt when James Harden is in the lineup. They do mismatch hunt when Kawhi Leonard is in the lineup. And I do think that they're better rebounding, because Leonard will stick his nose in there and rebound when he's on the floor, also when James Harden is on the floor. So I'd like to see what this group looks like when these guys are on the floor. But I mean, Phoenix did, I think Phoenix did a lot to surprise me. Malawatch is obviously a project to me. As good as I think he can be, he's a project right now, and they're working on it. And I think he can be good, but maybe I might be wrong. Maybe I could be wrong about this Phoenix team. Maybe they could be better than what I think that they could be.
I'll tell you something real quick. He's a better defender right now than Mark Williams. That much I'll tell you. He just ass on offense. Come on,
Mark Williams Mark Williams isn't the greatest defender, but he's been fine for what Phoenix needs.
He's okay, but like Kaman's better.
Yeah, he's
Kaman's a better defender.
I'm not arguing. He's just I think Kaman should be playing, because I just don't think Nick Richards and Oso are good at the 5. And I think Mark Williams is benefiting from that, in the sense that this team falls apart when Mark Williams isn't on the court. And that's not because Mark Williams is a world beater. I think Mark Williams has been good. I just want to put that out there. But he's not some all-time great.
Is he better this year than he was last year?
Yeah, for sure. Mainly defensively. Offensively, he's pretty much the same. But defensively, he's been a lot better defensively this year than he was in Charlotte. Yeah. But Charlotte's defense is egregious. So
I was just about to say personnel.
Yeah. So maybe I am. But Cockbrenner's looks all right.
Mars. But every time I bring up per 100 possessions, you roll your eyes, right?
That shit you did with Scotty Barnes was fucking.
Yeah, I'm going.
Hold up. I got one for you. Jalen Green averaging 60 points per 100 possessions, bro.
Here we go. See? Here we go.
60.
I
shattering every record in the world right now.
But yeah, I think Kaman should be the backup big, because Nick Richards, I think, he's way too inconsistent in his decision making and IQ. Also, is not a 5, so I just don't like him at the backup 5. But for reference, like Mark Williams on the court, the Suns have a +14 net rating. Like, the Suns are elite when Mark Williams is on the court. When he's off the court, they have a -14 net rating. Like, he is holding the team together, not because he's the greatest player ever, but because, quite frankly, the other options when they come in for him are not sabotaging the team, but as close to sabotaging the team as possible. Like, it's a bad backup center unit, and that's tough. So we'll see.
Chill. I have a hot take for you. I don't think you can be old in the NBA anymore. I don't think you can be old and be good in the NBA anymore.
What do you mean?
You mean outside of like Steph LeBron and you mean outside of Steph LeBron and KD?
You call Mark
Al Horford.
old. So
No, I'm not talking about Mark Williams.
Brook Lopez.
The Los Angeles Clippers. These are the oldest teams in the NBA, by the way.
The Clippers and
the Clippers, the Warriors, the Rockets, and the Kings. Okay, and the Rockets are primarily old because they've got some end of bench.
But they're all contenders, though.
The Clippers
the Kings,
are not really right now. I think all of these teams are.
They lost a game without Kawhi and James Harden. Could we? Please?
Okay, you were in a dog fight
the Clippers
against
haven't
the
been
Pelicans, and you needed a miraculous shot from Kawhi Leonard.
And they won
by 2 points.
Yeah, but that's the benefit of having an old guy on your team, because the old guy named Kawhi Leonard is capable of making that shot.
Because he read the history books back in the 80s. Okay, cool. But what I'm saying
is he's younger than you, by the way.
Kawhi is younger than me, which is crazy. But what I'm trying to say is the league has gotten faster. Like, we are seeing pace up, right? This is hurting teams like Golden State. Like, I was talking to somebody who covers the Warriors, and they said this team feels really tired right now, right?
That don't mean they are tired.
They feel tired? Did you ask the players if they were tired? How could you feel tired for a team you ain't even playing?
Well, Steph's dealing with illness right now.
Talked to somebody who covers the team that said the team feels tired. Obviously, he is talking to the players, so he is saying that they feel tired.
So the players told him that they're tired. Is what you're saying?
He's watching their energy, and he says they look tired.
Steph did say he was tired a few days ago when he played.
Stop acting like that.
Chill. I'm not about to stop acting like nothing.
That's because
everybody chill. Everybody's going to be a little fatigued after a 48-minute game, old or young. So I can't chill. I can't watch a team play and be like, oh, they look tired after the game.
Bro, they
look tired after a game.
Bro, they not tired. What are we doing? They're not tired. What are we doing?
I mean, of course, they might be a little fatigued after a game, but chill. Like, come on, you finna just
Jimmy.
I can't just hear everything and just be like, oh, I mean, if it don't make sense, I'm going to ask about it. I'm asking questions.
Right.
No, real quick, Damo, because I'm asking questions. Like, are these players
okay.
saying that they're tired? If that's the case, chill, then cool. But the season just started. Come on.
That's what I say.
But wait a minute, though. Ox, you've seen.
Sometimes the show just starts.
You can observe
Well, not
energy
only-
in practices,
This is
right?
a feeling, Penn. Wait a minute, Penn. Don't let him off the hook with that because he's challenging you with that logic. Ox, you've seen teams where you go, yo, they look soft. I don't got to ask them if they soft. They look soft to me. This team looks like a turnover-prone team. I ain't got to ask them if they're that. They look like that to me.
They've run out of gas so many times this year.
They don't really look tired to me, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. They don't
Jordan,
look tired
they've
to me.
run out of gas in the fourth quarter so many times. What are we talking about? We watching the same
They just
season,
lost
right?
the lead. A lot of teams lose the leads.
And why would they lose the lead, Drenchy?
They're
Why are they
losing their
losing
legs.
leads?
They're not losing the lead. They're losing their legs. Their jumpers are short late in the fourth quarter. They're running out too
Man,
many
that shit
minutes.
will happen. That shit will happen.
They got a
later
deep
on in
team.
That shit
They
been
got a
happening
deep-
forever.
Okay, and who does it happen? But who does it happen more with, Drench?
I don't
More
think it's
likely.
surprising
What
that
happened
the
with an older
teams
team?
that are
Younger teams.
older.
They run
Younger
out of
teams.
gas.
It happens more with
Okay.
younger teams.
Not because they ran out of gas.
I'm trying
That
to
ain't
tell
what you
you.
just
because the
asked. You
younger
just
team
said
ran
who lose the lead more. Younger teams.
Yo, it also
they don't-
doesn't
they
help.
don't blow leads
Warriors
because
have
they
had
ran out of
most
gas.
back-to-backs, right?
So now the
far.
old guys don't blow leads because they tired.
Pin.
we
Okay,
doing?
Pin. So when you're watching the Warriors play, do they look tired because they're old to you, like in the third quarter?
Yes, they
Okay,
look
fine, that's fine.
extremely
I can't- I
tired in the
won't-
second half.
That's-
I see a
that's
lot
your
of energy in
opinion,
the
and I
first.
won't
I
push
look.
back
I
on
see
your
a lot
opinion.
of. Look, here's the thing. You can see fatigue on the court. It's lazy closeouts. It's missed defensive rebounds, missed assignments, slow transition. Energy is obvious to see. When you are facing teams like the Utah Jazz, who are admittedly nowhere near as talented as you, they can just run you off the court with youth. Keontae George has
They did that on
young
opening
legs.
night, Penn. They
right?
did that on opening night.
Here, Pin,
Bingo.
can you?
So they
hey,
were
Pin,
tired of opening night, chill?
Hold on, let Damo slide in here. Damo, what did you want to add to this? I need to even listen to this on the other side.
These are world-class athletes.
I just want to make sure I'm tracking where we're going with this. You're saying that old teams can't be good in the NBA, not old individual players, correct?
I'm saying older teams are struggling. I didn't say they can't be good. I'm just saying if the regular season is so much of a marathon right now, because it is, right? But it's like a track meet right now. Like the pace is moving away from older players because again, if we up the possessions from like 102 to 112, that's a big adjustment, right? That's changing ends quicker. That's quicker closeouts. We already added all the motion. We don't have to relitigate this thing. We've talked about the game changing a lot, right? On the panel. So I just think that what you're asking these older players to do, especially these older teams that are, starting multiple 34, 35-year-old players like the Golden State Warriors and the LA Clippers, I just feel like these teams are going to run out of gas. And
What if they don't?
well, then I'll be wrong, and you'll tell me I'm wrong in 2 weeks.
Well, I just want you to know you got all this pushback because you did in fact say, and I quote, there can't be no good old players. Like players can't be old in today's game. Like that was along the lines of what you had said. That's why it was so much pushback. I don't think it's necessarily crazy to say older teams will struggle with the marathon of the regular season.
I said you can't really be old in the NBA anymore. And what I really meant is not a player can be old, is like you as a team cannot build your roster out with an average age of 30 anymore, especially when your upper rotation is old. Now, again, average age is disingenuous because some teams are older because they stack two veterans who don't play at the end of their bench. Some teams are older because their star is 37 and their second star is 35.
I don't think
That's
that
a different
matters.
situation.
I don't think it
Sure,
matters.
it matters.
No, I don't think it matters when you start talking about you can't do that with older players. If the older players are some of the best players in the NBA, then what are we doing?
Well, I'm trying to tell you that older players need to be managed, and maybe their value will show up in the playoffs where there's longer rest between games, the pace slows down. But if your whole team is on average built of 32, 35, 37-year-olds, maybe you don't even get to the playoffs. The regular season is such a track
You
meet.
realize last year they said that the Thunder you couldn't win because the teams were young.
Will realize that there's one person out there who did not say that, and that is me.
Y'all gonna switch this shit once one team.
No.
That's different.
I was always fighting against that.
Just
Just want
saying.
to put out that.
You
I
know
was
what
always
you- 2 years
fighting.
ago.
I'm like, why does it matter if we win?
Hey.
It doesn't matter if you winning.
2 years ago, me and Mars started on this very platform fighting for the fact that the Thunder were actually very ready to contend, and there was people that are on the stage who contended that because of the age thing. So I understand that. What I will ask the rest of the floor, so we can get to like a common place in this argument. Who are the 4 teams y'all have winning this year? Who are y'all 4 contenders? The best 4 teams in the NBA are, name them.
Oklahoma City, Denver, Cleveland.
Take Cleveland out of that shit. I'm just fucking with you.
That 4th team.
Okay, see.
Wait, who do we have before the season, or who do we have
And I
now?
had,
Right now, who do you have?
well, not right now, but I had Dallas, but that's not looking good. No,
They'll be back though. Too. They'll be.
They
back.
might get the number 1 overall pick, Chill.
Could you
No,
just
they'll be back.
But those are the 3 teams that I was thinking about.
Chill? Can I throw out a feeler for you? How do you feel about
I
Detroit?
don't know.
How do you feel
How
about
do I
Detroit?
feel about
I feel like the Clippers can beat Detroit if they play Detroit. They can beat them.
In a
but
series?
they're not going to play them.
For
but
sure in the
okay.
series, but they're not gonna play in the series. But they would definitely beat Detroit in the series.
Well,
A team-
how Big K and Big JB playing?
Kawhi and James Harden beating Detroit in the series.
For sure, they'd be in Detroit.
Yes, for
I
sure.
just don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
But
what
right now,
yeah.
as it stands right now, though, Damo, I got Denver, Lakers, Miami,
Okay, one.
and
Ain't no way
New
you got
York.
Miami.
He does have.
I will
He said
say-
Miami going to the finals.
It's so crazy that y'all don't got the Rockets in there. That's crazy, but it's okay.
Well,
I
asked
forgot
that.
about that.
A lot of people forgot about the Rockets, but I asked that to basically get to the point of the only person that named a traditional in this sense in this conversation old team was Ox with the Lakers. No one else. Now everybody did forget the Rockets. No one else named the old team. Why is that?
But the Lakers.
All the Rock-
oldest
all
player
the
I don't
Rockets
think there's that
hasn't
many
played
old
yet.
teams in the league.
Or do
man.
they
I
just
think
have-
they're only
Hey, hold on, 2 seconds, because
one of
this is
them
actually.
trying
I feel like
Lakers
this
are
is going to
young
be a
team.
little bit of a lengthy conversation, so I actually think this is going to be really important. So, Pin and then Chill, please hold those thoughts. Kadamo, I think you asked a really good question. I think it can give us a lot of context for the rest of the combo. But y'all already know the best of the best. Y'all, RAYCON's everyday earbuds have become a go-to gift for the holidays. They sound great, last all day, and then some, with 32 hours of battery life, and actually stay comfortable no matter how long you wear them. Over 4 million people have a pair. So if you've been curious, now is the time to try them out. For Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can get up to 30% off all RAYCON products, perfect for gifting or keeping for yourself. The everyday earbud classics are loaded with upgrades, active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity so you can pair with 2 devices at once, and an ergonomic fit that actually stays put no matter what you're doing. The new colors are a vibe. Now, I'm into the black. Everybody knows I love black. That's my color. Maybe the next up, I'll get red because those are my 2 favorite colors in the world, and it feels less like earbuds and more like an accessory that matches me. Now, everyday features that live into the day. You get quick charge. You get 10 minutes of charging, gives you 90 minutes of playtime. Up to 32 hours of battery life with the case, and there's an awareness mode. It's perfect for when I'm walking my dog, my Kane course, so everybody knows I got, or running errands, so I stay tuned in for what's happening around me without missing a beat. Plus, over 3 million customers already love RAYCONs, and they come with a 30-day happiness guarantee. So if you don't love them, returns are easy, so you have nothing to lose. RAYCON's going big for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Everything's up to 30% off. Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/PCS to save on RAYCON audio products site-wide. Y'all know what time it is. We all got our RAYCON. We love RAYCON here on PC. Shout out to RAYCON. They treat us well. They get us good products. Just hold your fist up in solidarity, Damo and Pin. Great product. Love everything that they do. Let's get back to it. So, Chill, you were answering the question about the 4 contenders in the NBA.
What I don't want to confuse is I don't want to confuse experience with old, right? You are experienced, but if you look at the Laker group, like they got one old guy. The rest of those dudes aren't that old. If I look at them, I mean, Marcus Smart, I think he's 31, 32. I mean,
31.
I wouldn't consider. Yes, I wouldn't consider that an old guy more than I would
31's
consider
not
that an
old.
He is
experienced
old.
guy.
And
Right.
he's the only player over 30 who's played for the Lakers this year.
Yeah,
The
he's
only
not old,
one.
sure.
Maxi Kleber hasn't played. LeBron hasn't
And he
played.
shouldn't.
You take
he
those
shouldn't.
2 players out, they are one of the youngest teams in the NBA.
Right.
And that's the only team you've seen so far.
Yeah, but
That's
that
what's
doesn't
good.
make
Yeah,
Marcus
if you
Smart
think
old.
Yeah,
Per
if you
basketball
take those players out,
reference,
they're
the
not
5
contenders.
oldest teams well, the 6 oldest teams, because 2 of them are tied in age. Per basketball reference. The Clippers are the oldest at 31.8. We've spent a long time talking about them. The Kings at 30.5. I think we all agree they're not the greatest team. Next is the Warriors, 29.5. Then the Knicks, then the Nuggets, then the Timberwolves. I'd argue
using
3 or 4 of them. Yeah, because the 28.4, they're the exact same.
Yeah.
So I would argue at least 3 of those 6 teams, maybe 5 if you're really optimistic. Of those teams are contenders in some capacity.
I'm about to say, in terms of the teams people named Denver, people named the Knicks. I forgot the third team you might have named that was also named up there, but
Oklahoma City,
people are naming
Cleveland.
Well, they weren't in that list,
those
but
teams are
naming,
young.
yeah.
But yeah,
people are naming
Denver's
people
definitely
older
a contender.
teams. So
The Knicks are a contender. The Warriors, depends on who you talk to if you think they're a contender. The Clippers is definitely a team I viewed as a contender before the season. Now I'm getting concerned at how this team looks when James Harden isn't on the court. The Timberwolves is a team that, like, some people call them a contender, some people don't. Like, these are all the older teams in the NBA. Now Mike Conley is definitely adding to that Timberwolves. I just want to put that out there. But
that's like average age, right?
Like Russell Westbrook will be 37 this month. I mean, I think that he heightens their age what Sacramento already is. So
DeMar DeRozan too.
I'm gonna say DeMar's on that.
Well, the Kings probably just are.
DeMar DeRozan 35.
Yeah.
36, yeah.
Still one of the better players in the NBA. But my point is, my pushback on Penn talking about Marcus Smart and LeBron James. If you take them 2 off the team, the Lakers aren't contenders.
I didn't say Marcus.
Well, you can take one of them off the team and we look this good. I will tell you that.
Is this
the one who hasn't played yet?
Because I keep saying something and y'all keep telling me I said something else. I said Maxi Kleber and LeBron James have not played a single minute for the
but you said Marcus Smart is the oldest one.
Yes, he's the old player on the team. Every team has a player over 30, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about taking Marcus Smart off the team. I'm saying the Lakers that you've seen so far, the ones who've been so impressive, the ones who are atop the Western Conference, the ones who are in the playoff seed, those are not teams. That is not a team that has used 2 of their oldest players, which is
yes,
Maxi
okay.
Kleber
But what I'm saying
LeBron.
is,
what I'm saying is, if you take those 2 players away from the equation, they're one of the youngest teams in the NBA.
Yes, and if you take those 2 players away
contenders?
from the equation, they wouldn't be contenders. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, they wouldn't be contenders. If y'all think this Lakers team right now is contenders without LeBron James, y'all must be losing y'all mind. They're not contenders.
Call me delusional.
Yeah, y'all not. Lakers fans are. Lakers fans definitely are.
Call me delusional.
So I'm just saying right now, if LeBron James don't come back for this Lakers team, the Lakers have no chance of contending for a championship. It's not happening.
Triggered the retirement home? Like, what is going on here? No. What I'm saying is the regular season and being a contender are 2 mutually exclusive things. They have nothing really to do with each other. It just so happens that they have one small thing to do with each other, which is you have to be good enough in the regular season to make the playoffs.
That's correct.
I'm not saying
So you gotta
that if you just drop the Clippers into the playoffs, that they're not going to be a good team. They'll probably be a perfectly fine team. I'm not saying that, if you take the Sacramento Kings into a playoff series against the Detroit Pistons, that they wouldn't maybe have a fight in them because they have so much experience and Russell Westbrook can pull it together for a game and maybe DeMar can win you a game. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the regular season requires it's a war of attrition, and right now it's a war of speed.
Yeah,
look at the teams. Jordan,
hold on.
We can't be this obtuse. What are the teams that are surprising everybody? The Bulls. They're one of the youngest teams in the league. The Spurs, one of the youngest teams in the league.
You speed talking through this point, and that's why it's getting lost.
Okay.
The point of you saying that older teams or older players, you cannot win with those teams in the NBA anymore. That's what you originally said.
Regular season.
Right now. And then you brought up the Lakers, and you talked about, because they said the Lakers are one of the older teams. Then you said the Lakers have Marcus Smart, LeBron James, and Maxi Kleber. Obviously, Max Kleber and LeBron haven't played. Then we go to Marcus Smart and LeBron James. You said take those 2 teams off. They're one of the youngest teams. So I counter back and say, take those 2 guys off. They don't contend for a championship. So that right there negates what you said from the original point. That's the point I was trying to make.
Hey, Damo, if James comes back in the lineup and y'all rolling, okay, they already winning right now. If James comes back in the lineup, and
I have so many.
26 is not an old team.
I have so many apologies, Shill. So many.
Yes.
But
sure.
We live in Earth 616, the actual timeline.
Yes.
I hope people are prepared for LeBron to come back and we not look as good as we do now. But that's just a different conversation.
I am prepared for that.
That's the reality of it. We're not going to look as good as we do now with LeBron because we look this good because we already have a LeBron and his name is Bronny. We're good. We're good enough with one Bron. This team only. That's the problem. We just need one Bron, and his name is Bronny. LeBron James Jr. We're good. We don't.
Y'all does it matter if y'all look as good as long as y'all still win games?
Oh, what with LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh no, we have to look good.
Senior.
We LeBron senior, yeah, because you have to address both of them. We have to look this good. We can't just squeak by games.
Do you think
LeBron
the Lakers look that good, Damo? You think the Lakers look that
Absolutely. Yeah. We went out
Luka
there against a former
40-something points a game for y'all.
Hold on. How do you feel about the Blazers defense?
I think the Blazers play really good defense. Absolutely.
Okay, so we went out there without our best three guys. We went out there being led by Lavia and Ayton.
Lavia or
Ayton revenge game. Ayton revenge game.
Nick Smith. Respect
Nick Smith. First of all, that's one thing I will never do. All right, I live by Charlotte. I watched Nick Smith his whole career. This is fake. That's fake.
Damo, so y'all look better. Y'all look better without Luka Doncic. Then pretty much what you saying.
No. The vibe of this team is better without LeBron James.
Every game Luka has played for the Lakers to win and squeak by, he had to get 40. What we doing?
First of all, LeBron is right there on the bench. What do you mean without LeBron? LeBron is right there. He's coaching right now.
No, you're right. LeBron is on the court. LeBron is on the court. We got Bronny getting 6 assist games. He having 3 steal games. He catching lobs. You're right. LeBron is on the court still.
Okay, Damo. Hold on, Damo, because you got to answer this question, Damo. All of the games that Luka Doncic played and the Lakers have won, he got 40. Just for y'all to sneak by. How does that look good?
Swiper, can you please move me to the top row away from the LeBron hater sandwich that I am currently smack dab in the middle of right now?
I'll join the LeBron haters.
Hater?
Thank you.
Hey, him? You think I hate this man? The man who's always on my God side with a crown? I hate him? Never. I can never hate my king. I can never hate him. I can just be tired of him on my team, which I am. And we clearly don't need him because we have
y'all clearly need LeBron. What are we doing?
Clearly don't need him. We clearly don't need him.
Get back
Wait, but hold on, chill. We got to get the crunch time super chats as well. I want to make sure that I respect everybody's time that they're doing that, and we'll get to the LeBron hate glaze, whatever you want to call it, fest later. But Damo, the people do love you. The people are very glad that you're back again. Multi-Kenny, $50 super chat. Big Damo back in the building. Shout out. And then we got Masinko OG, $10 super chat. Wait, Damo is back? This feels like when Captain America came out of the shadows at the end of Endgame.
There he is.
Is that what that is, Damo?
On your left. Come on, man.
Hey, wait, Damo, is the 616, is that a Spider-Man? Or is that a... Which reference is that to? Is that a show reference?
That's the main MCU timeline that we're in. Like for the movies and stuff, we're Earth 616. I believe. Okay. Nerds, let me know if I'm wrong.
Again, I'm tapped in, but I don't know. I ain't tapped in on how many planets and all that other stuff, you know, where we are with all that. And then we got another one here. I think this is important. DNEMLV, $10 super chat, obvious context, missing your 2 best players. But what do you call it when a team routinely comes out flat of the locker room to start the third?
I call it
Ty Lue,
icy hot.
Ty Lue's
like that,
seat gotta be getting a little hot. Do y'all think Ty Lue's seat is hot?
No,
it's hot because of other reasons.
The Clippers need to abandon their partnership with Aspiration and sign a new partnership with Icy Hot. They got an old ass
and and then when you do that, Kawhi, don't do no commercials, don't do no sponsorship. Just get your money.
You can't be planting trees.
But this is the thing.
Bro, why y'all mad at Kawhi
because two Pins point, they're a little older. So yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta when you got that 73 DeVille, sometimes you gotta let it sit in the driveway and warm up a little bit before you take it down the street. So
Damo, why we harping on Kawhi? Like Kawhi only missed 1 game this season. What we doing?
So
and that's the first mini.
You got to ignore that, Drench. You got to ignore that.
Damo, to your point, you were talking about like what happens when James gets back in this lineup. Are we on a minutes restriction? Are we on him just throwing him right back in the lineup? What happens when he gets back in the lineup?
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna come back. He's gonna try to play like, and I'm seeing this narrative being thrown around. He's gonna try to play the Olympic Bron role on the Lakers. He's going to try to play that role. I'm just calling it what I've been hearing it from other Laker fans. Souped up Aaron Gordon role. Super Draymond is what people are calling this new role he's supposed to play. He's going to come back. He's going to do that for 5 games. We're going to go either 2-3 or 3-2. He's going to have 2 bad games, and then we're going to hear reports of the Lakers went out and had a team-only dinner. And that's the dinner where LeBron says, y'all going to learn what it's like to play with LeBron fucking James today, and we're going to go back to playing regular LeBron basketball for the rest of the year. That's what's going to happen.
Hey, but Damo, who are the guys that say in this report that what this role LeBron going to do? Lakers fans?
Lakers season, Lakers Muse, Bron Muse, Bronny Bron
Muse.
So
no credible sources saying that's gonna happen. Right. So no credible sources saying that shit gonna happen.
Because there's no credible source that knows what's gonna happen, because the only person that knows what's gonna happen is LeBron James himself. And as a person who idolizes that man, I know LeBron. At this point in his basketball career, when it comes to basketball, I've been watching LeBron my whole life. I kind of know what the man is gonna do even before he does it. This notion that he's got the news. Hey, this credible. Hey, y'all heard it here first. Source, that's Damo. LeBron is not the type to just come back and say, "Oh, Luka, you hooping? Oh, Reeves, you hooping? Hey, let me just take a back seat." LeBron don't do that. All right, he says it. He doesn't do that. That's not what he wants to do. LeBron still has to be LeBron James. And also, as a Laker fan, I don't see
is the reason why. This logic right here is why they're not winning the NBA championship. Because if that's the attitude, if you can't, because I watched Jabbar take a back seat to Magic, and they ended up winning the NBA championship in back-to-back seasons. I saw that happen, right? So when you get to that point, where you aren't what you used to be, and what you can be can help us win championships.
We ain't seen him play. How do we know what he's not doing?
But that's not the
point. Yeah, that's crazy,
Joe. The point is that we are rolling right now.
We just saw LeBron damn near do first team All NBA last year.
Yeah, now he's saying they're not going to win because of LeBron. I don't know.
Wait. Again, hold on.
What we're doing, we're turning this into something.
Can I please
do this all the time to me?
Can I please clarify? Sure. Everyone throwing me under the LeBron hater category. If that's because I don't want him on the Lakers, I'll be a LeBron hater. I don't care. I don't think LeBron is bad at basketball. I think LeBron is still a top 15 player in the NBA at 49 years old. I think he's still an amazing player. But the level we need LeBron to be at, playing his style of play, he cannot achieve that no more because he's 52. I am okay with LeBron not being on this team anymore. I am not confident in LeBron at 53 years old adopting this new role. Hey, that's what he's been doing, getting older. I don't believe in this new role LeBron will take. I think the best version of LeBron James is him being LeBron James.
All they gotta do is play basketball. Damo, he don't got.
Wait a second. You just
hold on. He don't
LeBron.
Hold on. He don't got to fit into any specific role. He has to just play basketball. Utilize the basketball IQ that he has. He was first team All NBA last year. He got robbed. He's still a great basketball player. To your point, still a top 15. Dude, all he has to do is play basketball. It's not like you have to be Super Draymond or Olympic Bron or whatever y'all are calling it over there in the Laker media cartel. All he has to do is play basketball, rebound, push the rock, kick it to Luka, get DeAndre Ayton involved. Play a little helps our defense, which we know ain't really a strong point. But you know what I'm saying? That's all he got to do.
If we can just get James back in this lineup, Damo, we get James back in this lineup, and
it's easy.
And he's acclimated himself to what they're doing. Because again, Luka's the ball dominant guy. Luka's the bucket getter. Luka is the primary ball handler. He's the guy that's Austin Reeves is playmaking off. Same thing with Rui. When James comes back, because we already have what James is good at, like you talked about, right? We already have what James is good at in Luka. When James comes back, if he does a fraction of that, because I think he makes them better, no question about it. I definitely think he makes them better when he comes back. But if he does a fraction of what Luka does in terms of the playmaking and distributing, and he gets on the glass more, if you look at the landscape of the Western Conference, how do you think your crew fares against those other teams, like Houston, like Denver?
Oh, well, if LeBron comes back and he's Super Saiyan Rui, we're winning the chip easily. I have no doubts in my mind. If he can come back and buy into this program, which is Luka Doncic, because this is his team, If he can come back and accept being the third option, because let's face it, Austin Reeves is better than him now. If he can come back and accept these things,
No, he's not.
if he can come back and accept these things, we're a championship team. That's what I want to see
Dumbo,
from
you
us.
just said he was top 15, and then said
Bro
Austin
hung
Reeves was
one
better than
post.
Yeah, and that means
Yeah,
Austin Reeves top 10.
LeBron is in that top 15.
I
Which
love
goes back to
Austin,
Drench's-
you.
Which
But
goes
Dumbo,
back to Drench's point.
You said
If James is not on the crew, they're not a championship contending team. That's Drench's point.
Will
I tell you, by
LeBron?
the way, the Lakers, every time I'm telling you, all you got to do is go back to the box scores. Every time the Lakers have won a game with Luka Doncic, this motherfucker done had the guy damn near 40 every game.
Sound
it's
like
been close
the best in the world to me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it's no way you that confident without LeBron James that Luka got to get 40. So you think Luka is going to average 40 pretty much for the rest of the season?
Why not? They tell me Jordan can do it. Why not? He better.
ain't Jordan.
He ain't Jordan.
He
Man.
better. Exactly. He better. What are we talking about? He better.
All
He better
Swiper,
than
do your
Jordan.
job, Swiper.
I mean, I'm just letting y'all get this agenda off, you know, because Damo's here is wanting to make sure he gets his lane to do what he got to do. Shout out, no, I'm not Damo. I don't want to argue with you. That's how you
Hey,
feel. If you feel,
wait,
if you
Damo,
feel
you
he's
said
a better
Super Sam
scorer than
Bowie?
LeBron, than Michael
Super
Jordan
Sam
out of
Bowie,
North
man.
Carolina. Wait, ain't you and Jordan from the same place? Ain't you and Jordan from the same place?
Whoa. Let me get to. Let's go ahead and
Ain't
defeat that
he from
narrative
right
now.
down the street?
Jordan, no, he's not from out here. Jordan he was born in New York or somewhere up there. All right, he came to college out here.
He grew up in Carolina.
Nah, he grew up
Nah.
in Carolina.
He moved to North
No,
Carolina.
that's hate, bro. That's all. That's all it
He
is.
moved to North Carolina when he was a
Well,
baby.
That's all right.
Anyway.
If that don't
Don't blame
know
him.
Jordan, that's fine.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't claim him. Let me not say.
What do you mean you don't claim? He got more motion in your state than you do. Hush up. Next super chat.
He got more motion in your state than you
Nah,
do.
I don't. That's cool. I'm good. I admit that. That's fine with me. That don't mean nothing to me. I can self-acknowledge anyway. Mars, don't close your eyes like that. It ain't been that loud today. Damo's mic is on 12 today, lying about LeBron James right now. Nash Incognito, $5 super chat. This is for chill. Jalen Green is better than Austin Rivers, maybe. He's nowhere near Austin Reeves talk. Austin Reeves is a far better player. Y'all fight that?
What?
that going on?
Before I fight that,
I don't-
what
I don't
currency
fight
is
that.
that? Before I fight it,
Yo,
No,
Michael
that's
Jordan was born in Brooklyn.
that's
by the way.
less than it's less than $10 because the color says it's less than $10. So I can tell you that
really
much.
50 Cent. So I don't fight it. I'm not gonna fight back with 50 Cent.
You ain't got $5 super chat anyway.
Because of the color, that's pretty much like.
I'm
That's-
not ready to.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna push back too hard on it right now, Swiper. But I will be pushing back on that in a couple weeks when Jalen.
Oh, which
Green
part?
plays some
Austin
more.
Reeves and
That's
Jalen Green?
discriminatory, yo.
As soon as
Jalen Green averaging
as
30,
soon
yeah,
as soon
I
as
like
Jalen
that.
Green plays a few more games and gets back in the flow of things and has enough of a sample size for me to push that issue, I would definitely be pushing back.
Well,
on
don't
that.
we have last year to indicate Austin Reeves
No,
is
no,
better
I'm
than
not.
Jalen Green
I'm
last
not
year,
talking
too?
about last year. Last year doesn't concern me. I'm talking about this year. I'm
Yeah, you
last year.
Ox is logic,
Last year
yeah.
doesn't concern me at all.
Yeah, for the last 5 minutes, you bet. But I think Austin Reeves is better. So
Austin Reeves better than a lot of players in the league. But we ain't
If
ready to
Austin
have
Reeves
that conversation.
play point guard for
I
Houston right
agree.
now,
I agree. I think I don't know what it is, but I feel like because people don't expect it from Austin Reeves, they're not comfortable saying how good he might actually be. But
I think that's what it is more than anything. The fact that he was undrafted and the fact that he's doing what he's doing. If he was,
it ain't got nothing to do with that, chill. You know what
I
you know what it
100
got to do with.
well, him being white has something to do with it.
Oh,
too, if
yeah.
we're being
Oh,
honest.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. yes.
Mind you,
Him
chill.
being white,
Mind you,
definitely.
the
No doubt
statement I
about
just
that.
made has a lot less to do with Austin Reeves and a lot more to do with Jalen Green. I think Austin Reeves is great. I'm a huge fan of Austin Reeves. I've
I
been a
am
huge
too.
fan of Austin Reeves since he was at Oklahoma. Austin Reeves is like that. I've still never come off the Jalen Green train. I've been rocking with Jalen Green forever, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I think he's that good. So.
And I
That's
think
what it's
that
about.
to your point, Ox, I think that we were on to something in Houston. I think that we were building an all NBA level caliber player until he got traded, which I understand that your best scorer, you're trading him for a better bucket getter in Kevin Durant. I understand that wholeheartedly. But I think that they were building something with him. And I think that he was getting better. And I think that they were on to something.
yeah, they got KD. That'll be all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I
better
can't
than
say
him.
no to that. I mean, you got KD, even though
They ain't got Kevin Durant.
he's a little long in the tooth. KD still got the goods. Still got the goods.
and then we got another one for Damo. You see, £5, $5 a pound. That's pounds, Mars. Okay, $5 a pound. So that's what, $5.40 American dollars,
No.
$6.
It might be about 6 something.
Okay.
Oh, we need more pounds on this damn show, boy.
Big Damo, Miss Damo, NBA Talk Damo. Who we trading for Gabe, Kleber, and Dalton? I take on that KCP contract for those expiring deals if Memphis don't want picks. How would you feel about KCP?
I have to
Damo?
accept that KCP is washed, man. But sorry,
Man.
Somebody had to
Crazy
say
world.
it, Mars. Somebody had to say it.
Don Connect sucked, though. I'll tell you that. Don Connect is trash. Like
Vando's trash. Who am I taking that?
Vando made his first play of the season against the
Yeah, I don't care.
Come on, who you said
I
was
don't
trash?
care. Vanderbilt.
I ain't gonna never speak on nobody from Houston. So no, we ain't gonna.
No, that's tough. He's garbage. I watched this man go in transition, 2-on-1 fast break, throw a bounce pass to his teammate, and then run into his teammate. That boy trash. That boy's hard.
What? Run into the teammate he passed it to?
He's coming up the right with the ball. Teammates on the left, 2-on-1. He throws a bounce pass and then runs behind the ball to the teammate, feeling that like he's trash.
He just playing. He high. He playing basketball high.
He gotta be.
But
But the answer to that super chat,
he getting loaded before the game. Oh, that's the only way you do something like that, chill.
the answer to that super chat, if you're asking me, there's only 2 destinations I'm taking that package. That's to the Magic and to the Bulls. If I go to the Magic, y'all not gonna like this deal, but let me get Wendell, Jonathan Isaac, and then either Anthony Black or Jalen Suggs. Make that work how you gotta make it work. And if we go to the whole team, and if we go stop, because Laker tax is real. So then we go to Chicago.
100% is
White.
real. That's
I
a
just
real
want Kobe
thing,
White
Damo.
when he get healthy. When he get healthy, give me Kobe White and make everything else match up how it has to match up. I want Kobe White from the Bulls.
My thoughts come to the Lakers and be garbage when they get traded to the Lakers for some reason. Shout out Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent was a finals legend. That boy got to the Lakers.
It's always
garbage.
It's always a pairing. There's somebody that comes over that's trash, and there's somebody that comes over that's good. So in this instance, Gabe Vincent, Vando, trash heap. In return, Jake LaRavia, he's pretty nice. He's decent. DeAndre Ayton has been, I don't care what nobody say, better than anyone thought he was going to be.
Y'all motherfuckers want to, y'all want to get on me by Jake LaRavia having 2 good goddamn games.
Man, Jake is like that.
Two
good
He's
goddamn
been playing
games.
He's been playing positive basketball all season.
Positive basketball. That's what it's okay.
That's all you can ask for.
I'm gonna just say this though, Damo. Don't Connect is flat out garbage. Like I would just say that, flat out garbage. But like who said in the chat, when I say somebody garbage, the motherfuckers go off, and then y'all gonna be back. You said he was trash. You said he was trash. So maybe I'm giving him a boost. But DK is trash. I will say that. So I don't know who would want that contract, who would want that player in DK. But maybe Memphis do. Shit, y'all really need to just go ahead and sneak Ja. If Bronny's so damn good.
No. First of all, watch your mouth. We never doing that. He's untouchable. Second of all, I don't want John Morant nowhere near Los Angeles. He can't handle himself in Memphis.
Why?
You think I want him out there in LA?
Ja probably be rolling with them gangs in Los Angeles.
Well, hold on, because this is actually an interesting
He has
topic
bad
here.
decision making.
So is it
Terrible decision making.
at this juncture where what we're seeing from Memphis? Obviously, they're in a crisis situation. They're not quite Kings level, but they're whatever that next level is. They at least have young players on the roster. So when you look at Ja Morant, Damo, like in Jordan, Mars, I mean, Penn, Chill, I'm sorry. Do y'all feel like this situation is unfixable with Ja?
Yep.
And the Memphis Grizzlies situation is
It's
over?
been unfixable, Swiper. It's been unfixable ever since that kid was running around playing with guns, thinking he was Al Capone and shit. Yeah,
That's why
it's
why I'm
unfixable.
disappointed
He
in
got to
Ja.
go, and then you can't. But you can't, like to Donald's
go
point.
where?
You can't bring him to L.A. because if he come to L.A., then T coming to L.A. too.
T gonna get his ass raw.
You know what I'm saying? So it just ain't no.
Ox, this is why I was saying on Tuesday I was disappointed. I know I never got to talk about that, but I'm disappointed in Ja because everything that Ja's been doing since like when he first got to Memphis, everybody embraced him in the NBA. Everybody embraced all this shit with Ja. He plays good. He gets in trouble, comes back, plays good, gets in trouble again, comes back, get hurt. Now you back, and you know everybody is rooting for Ja, and then he play like flat out garbage in the game that just so happened the shit blew up on him, which is okay. You play bad. Nobody is mad at him playing bad, but you go into the locker room and you say, ask the coaches. That ain't got shit to do with you playing shitty. Like you played bad. It ain't got nothing to do with the coaches. Oh,
You do know the coaches ripped him to shreds in front of the team and demanded that he.
Bro, bro. He's not the only player that's
He
got
earned
ripped.
it, Pin.
Like,
He earned it.
That's a
He
part
playing
of
bad.
it.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
he
agree
earned
with you.
that.
But don't
Why
say it don't
can't
have
you
anything
just
to do with
die?
the coaches. It has everything to do with the coaches. I disagree with his sentiment. Go ask the coaches. That's childish. I agree. He answered that question like I would have
Coaches
answered
had
it
nothing
when
to
I
do
was
with him
13 years
shooting
old.
1 for 7 and
He's
having
not
15 points.
13. He's a
Yes, I
grown ass
know.
man.
I'm not defending it. What I'm criticizing here is when you say it has nothing to do with the coaches. It has everything to do with the coaches. The coaches just literally laid into him 5 minutes before he was asked. He was
But see,
heated.
this is what I was just
And-
talking about, Pin.
So that don't got nothing to do with
Coaches
the
aren't
coach.
even
That has
allowed to
something to do with
coach no
him, how
more.
he
So
responds.
coaches can't coach. That's what they're supposed to do. If your best player is playing like
Am I speaking
your
a
worst
different
player,
language?
then they're allowed to rip him. They should
I
rip him.
didn't
They should
say
hold
they
him
don't have a
accountable.
right to rip him. They
He
rip
said
him all
that's
you
why he
want.
answered
Yeah,
like that.
Pin. Maybe restate what you were saying because what it sounded like as if you're saying you're almost criticizing the coaches for coaching him too hard prior to the interview.
No, I think we have to be.
That's not what
We
I
have
heard.
to be caught. Thank you, Cho. Because
That's not
I
what
feel
I
like
heard.
I feel like
The-
Cho.
I'm saying, but
I
the
know what
chat,
Ben's
the chat,
saying, saying that's
Jordan,
why-
Jordan and Ox and the chat are mishearing what you're saying. So
No,
I'm saying
heard
I
what
want
he
you
said.
to.
Okay,
I heard what he said.
so let me
He's
try to
basically
restate what I'm
I
saying.
answer like that because of the coaches.
It's
and I'm
obvious.
saying they don't got shit to do with the coaches. That's
Jordan,
everything.
let him. Yeah, go ahead, Pin. Go ahead.
Ja Morant was a 0-star recruit. Okay, this is a guy who built himself up to a seven.
okay.
Hold up! Don't shake your head. It's true.
What the hell they got to do with anything?
I didn't
This
know
is-
we was getting the history.
Just
of
y'all,
John
just
Morant.
let him get his point
I
off.
didn't know that's what we was going. I thought we were just gonna get him re-explaining the little point. he
Pin,
made.
go ahead. Say because I think you're going to
Okay.
give an analysis of why you feel like this is a long term. You know, thing.
Ja was a 0-star recruit. Went to Murray State. Made himself into a second overall pick. Turned himself into an all-star. Blossomed. Is a joyous person. Who's put a lot of work into his craft. He probably peaked out at about 22, and he's had a couple of tough seasons. 22, 23 onward has been a bit of a tough season. It's been tough with injuries. It's been tough with the IG stuff. A lot of this is self-inflicted. I'm not saying Ja doesn't deserve criticism. He does. He has fallen off as a jump shooter. He's falling off as an athlete right now. His touch around the rim is not the same. That being said, I think this is still a very prideful person. And when a coach rips into you in front of your teammates and demands that you be a better leader, a better professional, and the media is going to come to you 5 seconds after that, give it generously, less than 5 minutes after that, and say, how do you feel about the game, blah, 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 blah. You still heated.
So it's not the coach's fault. It's Ja's fault. I know.
No, hold on, man.
When
You have to acknowledge that this is a human thing, Jordan. Sometimes Jordan, right now you are in a fight or flight. Okay, right now. If I say something about you,
grown ass man, I can answer
fight
the
or
question.
you're not too old for fight or flight, bro. What I'm trying to tell you is when you
You're
get
not in
caught,
a fight or flight situation.
you are absolutely in a fight or flight situation when you get called out in front of your whole team and they demand that you be a better leader and call you out. Yeah, you are. Okay.
And then
I'll
5
tell you
minutes later, Jordan, the camera is in your face with a bunch of reporters.
Ja is
what do you gotta say about it?
So he's childish. So that's a him problem. He's childish. If you can't,
You childish.
bro. So if I'm at work, because this is what he's at. He's at work, and one of his supervisors, his coach, ripped his ass and said, "Ja, you play like whatever." I don't know. He said whatever. You also have a job to the media. You know the media is gonna come and put the microphone in your face. Newsflash: Ja is not the only person that ever played in the NBA that got ripped by a coach and got interviewed after. He's not. So Ja decided in the interview after the coach just ripped his ass to be basically a fucking loser. Ask the coach. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to play me. Maybe that's some childish shit. Bruh, your ass played bad. They didn't even ask you about the fucking coaches. They asked you about how you played. You brought up the coaches. They didn't ask him about that. Why did he bring that up? They didn't have
Because
nothing
he
to do
just
with
got
the
his-
coaches. It had everything to do
He
with Ja.
just got chewed out by his coaches, Jordan. And I'm trying to tell you that, yes, it is childish. Hold on. But it's human. It's human. And let's not be crazy about it. After a tough loss, we have seen players swear. I saw Shaq swearing to a mic. Fuck these referees. They're fucking ruining the game. You heated.
On live TV too, by the way.
Now, I want to tell you that
And that
Ja
was
is a
childish
player
too,
who
then.
plays off of
That don't
emotion.
mean
Ja
that
is a
Ja not
player who
being
plays
childish.
off emotion. Hold on. And the emotion thing can go both ways. So when it's going good, you praise him because he's dancing and he's doing the gritty and he's dunking on dudes and he's snarling and he's clapping his hands. But when it goes bad, here's the thing. And I'm just ended at this, Swipe. I don't want to go too long-winded on this one. I think sometimes the media wants a reaction and they fish for it because it makes the headlines. Ja made every single headline across sports based on what he did. That clip went viral. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes I can push you into going there when I already know you're going there. And it's a good faith thing. If I'm trying to protect you, which is, what the Chicago media tried to do with Michael Jordan, is what the Lakers media tried to do with Magic, because you want to protect the cash cow, and you want to, you heard about this little drug thing, you heard about the little gambling thing, you just bury that, you sit on that. Okay. What I'm trying to say is right now is Ja Morant struggles, and he's no longer the superstar that he once was, and he's no longer cash cow. Right now, the most profitable thing for the media is to rip him apart. And I'm trying to not get in on that and just trying to tell you that in that moment, when he said, go ask the coaches, you see a childish response, I see a childish response, but I see that he is a human being who was heated as hell in that moment, and he was pissed off, and I'm happy that he's pissed off, because he should be pissed off with the way that he's playing right now. He should be pissed off. And you know what? I will not be surprised if he gets traded to another team. If he gets traded to another team, go let him get traded to another team. I guarantee you're going to see a resurgence.
But see, Damo, that's where, and Damo, that's why I feel like two things in this particular situation. I feel like two things can be true, because now we got a new coaching staff, and before, when he was with Taylor Jenkins, it was very clear what Ja Morant's role was on this crew. He's with this team. It looks way different. Like they've cut some things out of the offense that's kind of taken away from his game. They've taken the ball out of his hands as much. He didn't play with the ball as much as he used to. So it seems to me like some roles have been redefined. And I don't think that he knows exactly what he should be doing, which is a coaching thing. On the flip side to that, I am a professional. I do know that when we lose a game and I suck that night, I can get my ass reamed for it, right? And I got to be prepared when the cameras walk in here, right? I got to be prepared. Let me rephrase that. I got to be prepared with the coaches to chew me out. So with the coaches chewing me out, and then the cameras walk in here, I got to be prepared for just getting chewed out and then staying professional. So I think two things can be true in this situation. But to Penn's point, I think two things can be true in this situation.
Did the media make it worse though, Chill? Did the media make it worse though?
Because I want to break this down.
No, Ja made it worse. Ja made it worse.
That's what I was about to say. Who made this situation worse? The coaches or Ja?
The coach is doing their job. Ja probably not doing his job. That's why the coaches got to do their job. But if I'm the media and I see that he's a bit cagey right now, and I have his best interest, I'm telling you right now, if I'm a friend of Ja, because let's be honest, media, players, constant communication. If I have this dude's best interest, I'm not continuing to fish for an answer when he's not giving me the right answer.
They got a job.
I'm not gonna be like, they got a job. What do you want? What do you want?
Nobody knew nothing.
No, man, they're fishing for a quote.
Wait.
They got a job to do.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Penn,
yes, sir.
What should they have done? Once they asked him the question, I'm gonna set the table. Once they ask him the question, they see the childish response, they see he is emotional. What do you believe the job of the media was in that moment?
To ask him if he needs 5 minutes.
Oh my fuck.
Okay, so all right. And that's
much longer to do those interviews.
And that's fine. That's fine if we're being emotionally intelligent and we're thinking about our another human in our face. We got a job to do. We have a job to do. And I feel that the reporter that clearly asked him, okay, removed from the coach, he asked him verbatim, what do you feel you could have done differently? You could have done better on the court, excluding what the coaches said. What that right there is a layup of a question to reel in the emotion and just talk about the game and be a professional. And at that moment, that was the moment where he had to make the decision. Am I going to be Ja Morant, the emotional person, or Ja Morant, the basketball player? And he made a decision to take emotions over professionalism when he decided, ask the coaches. They basically said, don't play me. Ask the coaches.
And Jordan, just for context too, as somebody who's in the media room too, Penn, I think it's important to note, we do, so in the Nuggets, we do our interviews, it's like at a table. So they sit at the table, there's a podium, there's a microphone.
Sure.
You know, in those instances, you don't, like, all I have is now, and again, Jamal knows this, so I'm not saying anything bad. Jamal is very spicy when he doesn't feel good, play well, you know, situation, just whatever. And when you ask Jamal certain questions, he's extremely short, extremely blunt, and he has a reputation, he knows this, it's on him, where he will literally, like, will deliver very, like, pointed, sarcastic comments at times at people based on how the question is framed. And now
what do you mean by all you have is now? Could you?
So when you do a post game interview, the players literally, you leave the media section, and Jordan, because you talking about they don't have that time, and Damo said that.
Right.
You leave the media section, you go downstairs, and you go downstairs into either a media room or you go into a locker room right after the game, right after the coaches talk to them. So it depends on the team. The Nuggets, the PR sets up the table. They give you the opportunity. Maul and like some of the younger players will come in first. So they usually do 3 players. They'll come in first, and then you'll have an opportunity for 5 minutes to talk to them. And then you get 5 minutes to ask them about the game. Now, Jokic, what he does, he gets done with the game. He goes to the training room, and he goes to lift. He lifts after every single game. So you wait about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes for Jokic, and you get 5 minutes with Jokic. Yeah, he takes an hour and 15 minutes after every game. Yeah, you get 5 minutes with Jokic. And so I think what's happening, Penn, is like you get in this situation, it is required by the NBA players show up to this. And that's why when people don't show up to the post-game interviews, like I think James Harden did maybe last year after Game 7 or something like that, that's why you get fined or scolded, because that's your job. Because the media, they then have deadlines, Penn, that they have to meet that night that are like written material and or video material. So what happens is if the player comes late or they come out and they do the locker room interview, you get 5 minutes. I have to write a story based on what I've heard in this moment. And the thing that I know has to get me generating clicks, I got to ask direct questions about the game, because the fans, and this is what I will say about fans and their intelligence level now, they might not know the X's and outs, Jordan, of basketball, but what happens is they have seen and watched every moment of the game. Now it's on them to get the information so that the fan base can then read and disseminate. This is why player X feels this way. This is why player coach.
Let me put you in that
way.
situation, Swiper, because you're the one. I mean, I've done a little bit of media stuff, but you're the one right now who's got the credentials, who's doing this stuff. Let me give you a situation. The Nuggets have a really tough loss. Jamal Murray has a 7th straight game. He's shooting so bad from the field right now because he's coming off of, a tough summer or something personal going on in his life or whatever. He didn't work hard enough, whatever the hell is. He's had more air balls than made threes so far. You hear through the grapevine that a lot of shit went down in the locker room where there was a lot of screaming between Jamal and the coaching staff. You guys walk in when the media is allowed, which is typically after the coaches speak to the players. This is 5 minutes after. You put a microphone in Jamal's face. You can see he's heated. He's still shaking. He's still pissed off. And you ask that first question, how do you feel about the game tonight?
No,
they ask him. Hold up, Jordan. And he gives you the following response. I don't know. Go ask them. What's your next question?
Well, but like I said, like I have to. But I think that's the problem, Penn. You give me that response. Yeah, I hear you, but the problem is that you still have a responsibility to be an adult, and I know that's where I am with it.
So this is my question to you, Swipe, because in that moment you have a decision too, because you're not the one who's fight or flight. You just have a job to do. Yeah. So you're the composed person in the situation. Now, look, we've all been in relationships. We've all had friends where we've gotten into a fight, and one person is way up here, and the other person is kind of calm. I think in that moment, it's a person who's calm who could just say, "We're not cool right now. Let me just take a 10-minute walk."
But you can't do that.
You can't do that. You only got 5 minutes. That's what I'm saying.
I understand that, but maybe look, I understand the people in the chat are going to say this is soft and whatever. But no,
we've had players not.
You have to take accountability for him to lose your job.
But we've had players not talk to the media immediately. You have to make yourself available to the media 30 minutes after a game, from what I understand.
Exactly.
But we've had players. But we've had players.
I don't have to.
Maybe the PR department should have protected Ja in that moment. Maybe the PR department should have said, "We are not taking questions with Ja Morant right now." Maybe you need to know that.
That's not. No.
The PR department absolutely can.
No, but the problem is if you get requested, the PR, they are supposed to be the connection between the team and the media and the fans. They can't say unless it's something egregious. I'm talking about like egregious. You can't have access. If the media puts out a request and said, "Hey, we want to interview player X," then they have an obligation to then make sure player X is there. But that's why when players don't show up to the meetings, that's why they get criticized for it. Because if you have and by the way, Penn, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you're going too far, but I also think like there is something to Jordan. We have seen your best player on the Houston Rockets not show up to media interviews after bad performances, get rightly criticized for. LeBron himself has done that before, where they didn't show up to media interviews at time and then don't do it, and you get criticized for it because it's your job. I know that it's frustrating, the feeling, but this is the problem, and I'm going to tell you on behalf of some other people that are deeper in this than me. They will constantly tell you, I understand it's difficult, but you got to understand, Penn, I'm making $42,000 a year doing this job. You're making $50 million. It might feel like it's unfair,
Irrelevant.
but no, it is relevant because you have to still get your job done. Penn, I just want to understand, Penn, you as a player, I understand you're upset. You still have an obligation to fulfill your job.
Do their job.
That's
Hold
simple.
on. Let me say this because some people
fair,
here.
Yeah, Ja Morant didn't do his job.
Well, no,
Okay,
Ja
thank
was
you.
there.
Congratulations.
He did his job. He answered the
Okay,
questions. Ja did his job.
the PR department.
Actually,
So
you're right.
for the Raptors, the PR is JQ. So JQ will hit up the media and just say, by the way, guys, before we even get out here, we're not answering any questions about this topic. So no questions about this topic. That cannot be. Certain players are asked.
They didn't ask him about the coach's job.
Hold up.
Keep going,
They
Penn.
asked him about the basketball game.
PR representative can absolutely.
Wait. Keep going, Penn,
Given
because-
the situation
keep
that
going.
Jai's in,
Keep
first of all,
going, Penn.
Jai's a franchise player. Nothing
Right.
good came out of that. Making him available to the media after that game.
Yeah.
Players can choose not to make themselves available to the media.
Yes,
The
they
PR
can. That's a
department
fact.
can choose to skip media. Okay. Sometimes players do it of their own volition. Allen Iverson did it
Right.
all the time. Kobe Bryant's done it. LeBron's
Yeah.
done it. I don't want to
Sure.
talk to the media today. So in that moment, somebody had to have Ja's back because he was in self-destruct mode. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm not sitting here defending Ja. I'm saying
Now,
organizationally,
what
you
you're-
have to know that after the games that Ja has had, that he's going to say some
They went
dumbass
into the
shit.
locker room.
Now, Penn,
That's the other
He was
dynamic.
about
They
to be
walked
suspended
they
from the
walked
team
into
based
the
on his
locker
wait a
room.
minute, though, Penn.
But hold on, but chill.
Penn,
But chill. I've been quiet for most of the day, chill. And I'm throwing it to you. Chill. They asked him a basic basketball question.
And not only did they ask him a basic basketball question,
Vultures.
Penn, what you're assuming is that protection that you want Ja to have. You're assuming that the PR people, they were in the locker room. They weren't there when he got chewed out.
That's what I'm saying.
So they don't know what was going on.
Like,
They have no idea what was going on. Now, there's times when I can, as a PR guy, get behind something or get in front of something because I already seen it, and we seen Ja on AI on AG with a gun charge. Okay, let's get in front of this. I have no idea what happened 5 minutes ago when the coaches just chewed him out, and then the microphone is put in front of his face. That's not on me.
They
Absolutely
didn't even
not.
ask about
That's
that,
why-
Gio.
And
They
not
didn't
only
even
did they
ask him about that.
not only did they not ask about that, they asked him, what could you have done better?
Hold on,
tonight?
Chill. I'll give you a better one. They specifically tried to weave the bullshit that Ja was saying when they moved the question to let's not bring up the coaches.
Yeah, let's take the coaches off.
Talk
Let's
about
take them
you,
off.
Ja. And Ja said, I don't know. The coaches shouldn't play me. They tried
Now-
to move every way, but where Ja was going, they didn't even. The first thing was you look like you lost your Joe. Ask the coaches. Your joy. Ask the coaches. Well, you didn't
Oh,
play
no,
this.
that
well,
was a
ask the
different game. That was a different game. That joy thing was the game after.
No, they asked him that same interview too. They asked him about his joy too. They said, "Look like you don't have your joy," and he said,
No, it
"Ask
said
the coach
energy.
why."
It said look like you don't have your energy.
And
That's
what
what it said.
energy? Okay,
Okay,
sure, energy.
because in the game too, it didn't look like it.
Against the Lakers, yeah.
So my thing is, what does this have to do with the media? They don't know that the coaches just chewed him out. They don't know. They just asked the question.
There
And
was
Ja
only
answered
one
bad.
question that could be deemed as like, okay, you're trying to egg out something questionable. In my opinion, it was one person who asked, "Do you think you should be playing more minutes?" That was the only person who I could argue, like, okay, yeah, he's fishing for something.
I'm not the
Wait,
man.
wait,
really
chill.
wanted to
Wait,
argue
wait,
that.
Penn.
I watched it. The first question was
Yeah,
because once
this
again,
one's-
the PR team, from my knowledge, I don't know if it's different in basketball, but the PR team aren't in the locker room after the game when the coaches are
No,
addressing.
they're
the team.
not.
No.
From my knowledge, and it might be different in basketball, but in other sports, I know they're definitely not. So the PR team wouldn't know Ja Morant's mood once the media come in, because they don't know what happened in the locker room after the game. They're as oblivious, just as we are, just as the media team are. So they can't have Ja's back and protect him from media questions when they don't know Ja's in a bad mood right now. Then it starts off with what went wrong in today's game. Ja Morant says, ask the coaching staff. Okay, cool. The next person asks, is there anything that you could have done differently?
Mars, can we just play the clip?
Hold on,
for
let
people
Mars
that-
finish first. Let Mars finish first.
Well, I mean, it's going to.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Mars.
Mars.
If you feel like it would be helpful for just the audience, if they haven't like,
Run it. Run
Yeah,
it.
you
actually
can
see
do
it.
that. Yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna, you guys
Just
can see
for
it.
people to so they can hear.
What went wrong to you today?
Go ask the coaching staff.
Do you feel like, I mean, there was anything you could do differently, I guess?
You go ask them. They had a whole spiel in here, so.
From the outside, and the outside may be wrong, but from the outside, it didn't look like you had your usual energy tonight.
Go ask the coaching staff why.
Okay. You feel like you should play more?
Go ask the coaching staff. Should I play more or not?
What had been
Anything
done?
else?
What could have been done different to get a different outcome, other than asking the coaching staff?
According to them, probably don't play me, honestly. That's what basically the message was after, so it's cool.
The coaching staff message was
It's
that?
cool, bro. We good?
You didn't have anything physically wrong in terms of illness or anything?
Oh,
Looked
no,
like
I'm
you were
good.
under the
I'm
weather. Okay.
I'm fine.
All right.
So as we can see, there's only one question that can be seen as fishing for something, and I think that's the minutes question. I think we can all agree. Do you think you should play more minutes is a question where they're fishing for something for
Because
Ja
John gave it to him, though. John gave it to him.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing. I'm not the biggest fan of the media in general. I don't whatever, but I think that question can be deemed as fishing. Asking someone after they play horribly what went wrong is a very fair question. Then when the person asks the coaching staff, and then you ask a question, is there anything that you could do differently? Clearly trying to steer the question away from the coaching staff and get an answer from Ja about himself. He then says, ask the coaching staff. Then you ask him about his individual energy, and he says, ask the coaching staff why I ain't have my energy. Okay, cool. Then someone asks, away from asking the coaching staff, once again, is there anything that you could have done differently? The media are trying to give him layups.
That's what
They're
I
trying.
think.
Like
They
that,
try.
like I'm not the biggest fan of the media in general. Me personally, if I was an athlete, I would hate my media obligations. I've made that very clear. I would hate it. But it seems to me, if we're gonna say that the media have to protect Ja or the PR team has to protect Ja, whatever, the PR team had no knowledge of what Ja was going through because they weren't in the locker room and the coaches got onto him, so they couldn't know. And then you're gonna say the media team have to protect Ja. They gave him layups. Like they gave him questions. Even if he didn't want to answer, you can say no comment. Now I'm gonna say, as a human being, there's time. We've all been up here. We've all lost our composure. We've all got mad. We've all said
This
things we
week.
don't mean. Yeah, like that happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that doesn't mean you're absolved of criticism when it does happen.
Right. That doesn't mean just because
people
just
get
because
mad at me when I troll episodes when things don't go my way. People got mad at me that I was arguing for Shaden Sharp for an hour about the best dunker in Blazers history. Like, cool. People are gonna complain about that. That like Ja is responsible for his actions, whether I agree with his actions or not. He is responsible for them, and the reaction that people have
100%.
given to that is what it is. I can't blame the media when they asked him perfectly valid questions. They didn't ask him anything.
After that first response, you knew
incriminating.
you weren't getting anything from him. He's
They didn't know
No,
he
he
was
said,
good,
"Back
bro.
up,
They didn't
guys.
know he
Back
was
up,
good.
guys."
basically telling you to.
I didn't
He's
think-
basically telling you
No.
to F off. He's telling you,
Not
I don't want to
really.
talk to you right now.
We
So they're all supposed to just not do their
Go talk to
job
coaches is
So
basically
they're
I don't
meant
wanna
to
talk
not do
you.
their job because
Translate
Ja's
it.
not
I
doing
got
because
it.
Ja's in a mood.
because Ja's in a bad move. They're not meant to do their job and then go back to their bosses and say, hey, I know you wanted me to talk.
Well, he
to
didn't
Ja
want to
Morant.
talk to
Hey,
us,
he
so-
wasn't in a good mood. So yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I can't do my job for you.
I
Like,
went
what?
as your boss,
In the
I'm
no
gonna fire
comment
you.
route.
As your
Y'all
boss,
Yeah, that's
I'm
not the way
gonna
that
saying
fire
no
works.
you.
comment.
Yes,
So
right.
what?
That's not the way that works. No.
So what is he going to say? My teammates are at fault. I
No,
suck. I
no,
need
no,
to be
no.
better.
Hold on.
Is there anything he could do differently?
Please.
Answer the question with what you could
Hold
do
on,
differently.
because this is such a nasty conversation. And I seen somebody in the chat bring up, oh, this is just like what Marshawn Lynch said. I'm just here so I don't get fined. And y'all thought it was funny. No, everyone thought it was also unprofessional, but he stood on business. We moved on. We said, okay, that was funny the way to go about it. But he did that for multiple weeks, multiple different interviews.
Until he
And
retired.
we knew what he was
Until he
doing.
retired.
We knew what he was doing. He made it clear what he was doing. He don't feel like answering questions. He's sick of the media. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's the difference there. With Ja Morant, A, no one knows that you're feeling this way. B,
Nobody.
they gave him multiple different outs to give an answer that they had nothing to do with the coaches or whatever it was. He chose to be an unprofessional person in that moment, and that's fine. You can be unprofessional. I have no problem with basketball players or professional athletes having moments where they're just human. They're unprofessional. No one is mad about that. No one is mad about him being unprofessional. What we're mad about is honestly the reaction people are giving where we're caping for this grown man like he's a baby. Y'all are babying Ja Morant. Bruh, he was unprofessional. He should just answer the question going forward or just refuse to speak, if anything. That's it. Move on. But the fact
I don't have a problem with any of his answers, by the way. I don't care what anyone answers in the media. I just don't think we can act like it's anyone's responsibility other than John Morant what he answers. I don't care that he said go ask the coach stuff. Whatever, answer whatever you want. I don't care about the media. Troll them, do whatever you want. I don't care. But then don't act like it's any other person's responsibility for why you answer what you answer other than yourself. John Morant chose to go into that meet. He knew he was going, like you said, players can choose to make themselves available to the media, which would mean John Morant could have said, I'm not taking questions today. He chose to take questions that day. Then he decided he wanted to get off where he wanted to get off about the coaching stuff. Take responsibility for that decision.
But also, I want people to know.
It's 5 minutes ago. Players can choose to take questions from the media. Kobe did it. Bron did it. You said they can do that, and now you're saying he didn't choose to take questions from the media.
Hold up.
That's what you just
You're
said.
not going to reinterpret what I'm saying. You can choose to not show up.
Said those words.
Man, stop it. You don't know what you're talking about. You cannot choose.
Those words.
Yo, Mars, like
Mars, you
emotional. Okay?
Mars, you just said it wrong. He said players can choose not to take interviews or whatever it is. You said no. You said can. You said can. You said can.
I said they can choose not. Okay, so let me clarify because it's like the 80th time in this episode that I got to re-clarify some shit I said because you want to reinterpret it in your own way. I'm telling you that you can choose not to show up to the podium. But when someone comes into the locker room and holds a camera in your face and throws a microphone in your face, yeah, what are you going to do? We have seen Russell Westbrook. We have seen Russell Westbrook. We've seen DeMarcus Cousins. We have seen what happened with the Joel Embiid thing in the locker room. I personally, and this is my opinion,
the guy who wrote an article about his dead brother. Well,
yes.
Brought up his dead brother.
So personally, I would like if I were running a media team or if I were the head of PR. I would honestly ban media from the locker room. It is a place for the team. No, I would have media interviews outside the locker room or on the podium. I don't want media coming into my player spaces. And honestly, I watch two teams that do this very well. That have PR directors that protect players. You will never see this shit happen. You will never see this happen in OKC. You will never see this happen in San Antonio. And I guarantee you'll never see this happen in Toronto. These are three teams that have elite protection of players in this situation.
But hold on, but time out, Jordan. And I do want to say that's not what happened. Well, to be fair, hold on, y'all. Hold on, pin, Mars. That's not all the way what happened, to be fair, but I will say this. I do want the audience to know, and anybody that's watching this, nobody up here is against Ja Morant. This is a simple conversation about etiquette, but to be fair, it's a conversation about etiquette. What do you do? Ox is not against him. Stop. And no, neither is stop.
100%.
I think
I don't support
no. I know. I hear you. But no. And then I know who's in the background doing this. Just be normal for once. Like I'm asking. I know exactly who's in the background doing it too. Just be a normal person for 2 seconds. In this instance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's better. Like y'all, matter of fact,
as you were saying,
do you understand how much better the shows have been? Goodness gracious, this is crazy. All I'm saying is that this is not a criticism of him as a human being. We're being conscious of all the stuff that he's dealing with and everything. But this is a question about professionalism and how you respond in moments of adversity. And again, I, including myself, have missed many moments where I should have been more professional or more aware. And I'm the first to the ballot saying I need to be better. Go ahead.
What was the first question? I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I just want to say, Swiper don't speak for me. I am against that thug and his parents. I just want everybody to know I'm condemning all of it. So just putting that out there. We don't support none of that over here. Not in this household. These four walls are against that thug. What?
That quickly. Mars, what was his first? What was the first question to him?
What went wrong tonight?
Damn, Chill.
Thing he was asked.
Where the hell wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Mars.
I'm about to say, who hit the corner?
Say it again.
The first question was what went wrong tonight.
What went wrong tonight? What went wrong tonight is we didn't shoot the ball well. I could have done a better job of getting around screens. I thought that we weren't very good on the glass. I could have done a better job in taking care of the basketball. I had 8 turnovers. I had 6 turnovers. So that's part of what went wrong tonight. Keep going, Mars.
Is there anything you could have done different?
Yes, I could have done a better job in taking care of the basketball. And I passed up some shots that I think I could have made. I think I missed some guys that had easy shots. I missed Jaren diving to the basket one time. He was wide open, and I ended up missing him. And I took a 3 at the end of the shot clock, and that was definitely my fault.
And guess what?
Keep going, Moss. Keep going, Moss.
Because then the other questions was based
Hold on.
on what he
Yeah,
said.
but then if you would have answered those questions
one.
seriously, the
Then
questions
nobody
would
would
have
even
changed.
asked about you. Didn't even got to that part.
What's the third one? The third one.
From the outside, it looked like you didn't have your usual energy tonight. What was going on?
Next question.
Do you think you should be playing more?
That's a question for the coaching staff.
What could have been this one as well. What could have been done differently other than asking the coaching staff? But I would have never had to ask that question if
you would never said that.
But once again, if Ja Morant didn't want to answer the question, cool. I'm just on the side of Ja Morant is responsible for what words come out of his mouth.
Sure.
If he wanted to do that with the coaching staff, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's because they shouted at him. No, he chose to say those things. If he says next question to all of the questions, he chose to say next question. If he chose to engage with the media, if he chose to engage with the media and answer the questions the way a professional would, then that's what he chose to do. Ja Morant, just like all of us up here, is responsible for the words that come out of his mouth. He chose to do that. The consequences of that was him getting suspended 1 game by the team. He lives with the consequences. We move on. It's no one else's fault other than him. He chose to do it.
Delsky go ahead.
Really quickly, Drench. So we clear. I could take a second before I get in front of that microphone. Just because y'all dudes came in here and y'all was like, all right, but I can give me a second. Hang on for a second. I can do that. I don't have to start talking to y'all as soon as y'all put that microphone and the camera in my face.
Yeah,
that's my only stance. That's it.
And chill, this too. Had he answered those questions just like how you answered those questions, then the level of respect for the organization and the level of the stories that they could write about him will be even better. It would be better for the stigma around Ja Morant anyway. If he just went through whatever he went through about being a better leader, and he said, you know what, this is a perfect time. Boom, they asked me a question. Even though I'm mad, first of all, and I know people will say, oh, well, he's human. We human too. Nobody know what anybody got going on behind these cameras right here. We have no idea. You don't know. So for us to come up here and if Swiper asks me a question, go ask my mama. Go ask my baby mama. Go ask my cousin. The fuck? What is that? What does that have to do with anything?
Hey, wait. We got a Hall of Famer up here. By the way, shout out to the brother, Amir. Amir, obviously, you've been listening to this conversation in depth now for about 35 minutes, I would say. Penn obviously has a position that he stated. Ox and Damo are on the complete opposite side of that. And then obviously there are a lot of conversations kind of in between. Amir, how do you feel about everything that you're hearing right now?
I am in between, to be honest, because on one hand, I do understand the human aspect of it, and I don't like it when people dehumanize athletes. I'm not talking about just specifically here, but generally, I don't like it when someone does something unprofessional and then the first response is, oh, this guy's earning 50 million. This has nothing to do with you being human. Not everything that upsets a human have to do with money. So the fact that you're earning extra money doesn't mean you can automatically switch some sort of button and be less human. That's on one hand.
Hey, so Amir, can the president not act like that because he's the president?
Wait. Let me finish. So on the other hand, I do believe that if you are unprofessional while earning that money, that means there are generally more repercussions than when someone who's earning less money acts unprofessionally. So that comes with the territory when it comes to the repercussions and the reactions, because the reason he earns that much money is because he's famous. He's a high profile athlete. So when he does something on camera that is unprofessional, he's going to get that reaction. And so I agree with the human side, but at the same time, I cannot just say the media's job is to protect him. I don't think it's the media's job. I think maybe one of his teammates could have said, just don't speak to the media today, But to say that the media's job is to protect him I think it's crazy.
That's not their job. That's not
their
job.
Not their job. And actually, the guy was very respectful.
It doesn't matter. We all human. That's a given.
Who'd you say, Amir?
The guy who was asking the questions was very respectful. There are a lot of media reporters in these situations who would have done much worse than what this guy did.
Do you know how bad it would look if they ask, what have you done differently tonight? I don't know. Ask the coaches. Here comes Triple J. Hey, that's enough. That's enough. No more questions. No more questions. What? You want to talk about a media firestorm? That would have been awful.
That story
What?
where they had no idea what just went on in the locker room.
You know what I
Damo,
love
didn't
about
we
the
see
internet?
that? If I'm not
You know what I
mistaken,
love
didn't we
about
see
the
that with
internet
Russell
show
Westbrook?
is people who cannot control the simplest parts of their life, cannot control their debt, cannot control their diet, cannot control any part of their life, are up here talking about, like, on Twitter. Go look at the Twitter. Can't control any part of their life. Probably don't have $12 in their bank account.
Relax, Damo. He ain't talking about
Sitting like
He said can't control their diet. He was obviously talking about me. I took it.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, that was a
like,
major trigger moment for me.
I don't like
get
this
what that have to do with
idea of
anything.
like talking like you're.
If you
you're
don't
like
have $12 in your
God,
account,
this-
you're not a. If you don't have $12 in your account, you're not allowed to talk about what you're observing.
Yeah, because I can get $12 tomorrow.
How about the envy element here? Here's the thing. You think because a guy makes $50 million, first of all, shout out to Amir, cooked completely.
He did not cook. He made $50 million based on because we have an expectation of you. He did not cook. Like, I don't get why y'all.
He made $50 million.
My point is,
him making the money
there is a
doesn't have nothing to do
certain
with it.
amount.
Yes, the
Every
fuck it
time a
does.
player
You have
underperforms,
resources.
yo, man, this
That's
been going on for like
money
50
brings
years.
resources.
Every time a player underperforms, we start counting their paper and be like, I can't believe we're paying this guy $35 million. It's like, shut the hell up, bro. You work at Walmart and you can barely, you
pay
can,
$20
you're
for a
not
nasty
paying
ass
him.
burger. Would you say I paid $20 for this nasty ass burger?
But
First of all,
Jordan,
the
because I make
media,
the amount of money that I
very
make, first of all,
rarely
it's
will
all-
criticize ownership, will very rarely criticize the organization. The players are the ones, right? Now, honestly, I think Ja is messing up for sure. I'm not sitting here saying Ja not playing terrible. Ja is playing terrible. And they had a right to ask him the questions. But I'm saying in that moment when he was heated, I feel like somebody in his corner, be it his agent, be it a PR representative, be it one of his teammates, needed to get him out of that situation because he was not going to do something positive for himself. It's just like sometimes when I'm going off and Ron will be like, I'm going to mute you right now. I'm going to send you back. Come back in 5 minutes. That is you.
But Damo, are we talking
myself.
about Damo? We're not talking about a guy that's been in the league for a year, 2 years. We're talking about a seasoned vet here. Like, he's been around for a while.
He's 26 years old.
Not really, man. I don't even like this whole conversation. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I don't like this whole conversation. I don't think we should be psychoanalyzing players like this. Money doesn't change inexperience and wisdom. Just because you got a lot of money doesn't change anything. And I think this whole thing has to do with the coaches.
It changes your expectations, though.
Yes, it does.
It can, but okay, if I give a 15-year-old $50 million, does that mean he had to be more wise? He had to be able to know how to speak in an interview like
Hey, no, they expect him to.
He should be wiser about his decisions.
No, that's not how that works.
Don't get paid.
Well, you have, well, he asked the question. You do have to be more wise once you get more money.
Yes.
Now, are you going to be? Yeah,
exactly. That don't change.
But you
anything.
have to be. You do have to
It's
be.
not a
I-
switch. It's not a
I know
switch.
that for a fact. People literally.
Yeah, it's not. You don't just flip a switch and become wise. But once you do
Dale,
walk
you just
into
brought
that
up,
type of
you
money,
just brought up a
you
really
have to
interesting
be
point.
smart.
You just said when I get this money that it doesn't change anything. Dale, I can't hang around in the projects in Jersey City no more because I make $25 million. I can't bring the Bentley to the projects. I can't hang at the corner pocket in Jersey City. I can't do that no more. Because why? I'm the face of an organization now. There's things that I used to be able to do that I can't do anymore. And you know why? Because I'm on the books for $30 million. I'm on billboards now. I can't do the stuff that I used to be able to do before I did that.
They will
So this
literally
money
not
changes
pay
everything.
you because of that. They will literally say, I don't know if I can give you this money because I can't trust you.
Chill, if I give you $50 million to be up here, you wouldn't crash out on the chat anymore? That just goes away immediately.
Yes, if they paid Chill $50 million, why would if they say Chill, I'm gonna pay you $50 million, but you cannot crash out on the chat no more.
I gotta chill out.
Ja didn't crash out. What are we talking about?
Listen,
I think Ja kept it very respectful. Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't think beyond a certain point, money does not change your life. I hate to tell y'all this. There's always the fantasy that people have that, oh, if I make $50 million, everything about my life would change, and I wouldn't do drugs anymore, and I'd keep myself in shape, and I wouldn't hang around this person and that person. That's not how people work. Okay, people's traumas are real, people's triggers are real, and the human element of it is true.
Nobody
all
cares.
That was asked
Cool.
the coaches. That's all he said.
That's all he said.
I think the problem is this is the coach's fault. It's always a brand new coach who want to set an example on a star player. I think this is the coach's fault. This is the coach's fault. Every time a new coach come in, they want to, the star player, I'm going to show y'all that I could talk to him any type of way, so everybody else fall in line. This is the coach's fault. All Josh said was, ask the coaches. We act like he did a drunken interview, or he swung on a coach, or he bumped somebody like Embiid did to the one reporter, which I think Embiid was justified doing that. But all he said was ask the coaches. That's it.
No, you're right.
Analyzing that instead of talking about what led to that. What
You're
did
right.
the coach say that made
Delsky,
him say?
Is this situation, Delsky? I just want to ask you.
I do agree.
You seem very sensible about this, Delsky. Is this situation being covered differently because it is Ja Morant?
Your fault that he was emotional.
I think so. I think it's because it's Ja Morant.
Because if Jamal Murray had said, "Go ask the coaching staff," I don't think people would have made a mega storm out of it. But if Nikola Jokic had said, "Go ask the coaching staff," if Paul George said, "Okay, Paul George, different story."
Ja
when you
have a lot of
already
grace
have
what
a
he's
negative
doing,
reputation, when you already have a negative reputation, and a lot of that is on Ja, you know, the health and the injuries, he can't control that. Making threes, not making threes. Maybe he could have controlled that a little bit better by training a little bit more in the offseason. I don't know what he did in the offseason. My point is, a lot of this hate that he's getting right now is a lot of it is his own actions. The league suspends you for waving a gun on IG. You do it again. That's on you. That you can't be stupid twice. I get it. But this isolated incident of go ask the coaching staff right after a heated meeting with that coaching staff in which they ripped him to shreds in front of his teammates. I agree with Delsky. If you are a coach, what positive can come out of triggering your star player into such a defensive response? If you know that he's emotional, and obviously he is probably, emotionally defensive, why don't you pull him aside and have that conversation privately instead of trying to berate him in front of his teammates? Now, old school heads up here who can barely take criticism from one person on one small thing are going to be like, well, he should just take it because he's getting $50 million.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe he don't want to.
Can we please stop? Hold on. Because I'm getting so sick of that being tossed around like this. Bro, in real life, in the world we live in, there are two things that will determine what you are able to take or what's acceptable at your job. Your rank at your job and how much they pay you for doing said job. If you have a very highly touted job or whatever in terms of responsibility or importance, you should be able to handle that job a lot differently than a person bagging fries at McDonald's. I do not require the person putting the fries in the bag to have the same level of professionalism as the man that needs to answer these questions at the end of basketball games. That is a part of your job. That is literally.
But that's the difference, though.
Hold on.
No. Say you're the manager at McDonald's and 7 people fall out. And right after the shit, you have to cover for all.
I promise you. I let people talk. Hold on. I'll let y'all get y'all points off. Please allow me to finish. All I am saying, and let's make some crazy comparisons. Police officers may not get paid the most money in the world, but their jobs require a level of emotional intelligence that everyone up here or everyone around the world claims police officers should have. There's a certain level of training you should have as an officer, and if you do something egregious because of your emotions, that's the first thing people will lead with. Oh, well, they need to be trained better because you're in a highly emotional situation, whatever the case is. So because you being a police officer, you have a weapon and you hold the lives of people in your hand, you're required to have a higher level of expectation for handling your job. When it comes to basketball players, I get it, they're human. I get it that they have emotions. I get it that they can get mad, sad, up, whatever the case is. But you have an obligation to answer these questions. If you didn't have an obligation to answer these questions, you would not get fined for not showing up. Now, let me say again, I am all okay with what Ja did because I'm not upset with professional athletes having moments of unprofessional whatever. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with what Ja did. My issue is with people who will literally sit up here, talk in a microphone, look in your face, use a thumbs up type on Twitter that says, nah, Ja's not accountable for his actions. It's his coach's fault. Man, he's a grown man. He's a grown man. He made a decision. Yes, that's all he said. Was that professional? Yes or no?
Did he curse somebody out?
Was that professional? Yes or no? Was that professional? Yes or no? Okay, that's it. That's it. End of conversation. End of conversation. End of conversation. We're talking about professionalism. End of conversation. That's it. All this extra hubbly blue hoopla don't matter.
On the TV show,
I'm not comparing Ja. I'm not comparing Ja to a police officer. I'm comparing a professional athlete to a police officer. That's what I'm comparing. The roles you have as a professional athlete. You don't think people is getting knocked off of these parlays that they setting up?
I think we should be able. I think we should be able to understand the reason of an analogy, without making it a one-to-one comparison. I'm not.
Thank you.
Gomo's obviously not saying a professional athlete and a police officer are the same thing.
Right, of course.
I think he's saying that there's a level of responsibility that comes from both jobs. I'm of the side that I don't care what Jar did. I don't care that he said go ask the coaches stuff. Cool, say what you want to say. The side that I'm on, and it seems to be I'm arguing maybe against Penn, maybe against Delsky. He is entirely responsible for the words he chose to say. It's him. It's not the coaching staff. It's not Jaren Jackson. It's not Jalen Wells. It's none of them. John Morant went into that knowing the media was going to ask him questions, and he knew he was going to answer every question with go ask the coaching staff. He knew what he was going to do, and he decided to do it. Now, all of the repercussions, the consequences, him being suspended by the team, now the backlash he's getting for it, I'm not saying he knew that was coming. What I'm saying is he knew what he wanted to say. He wanted to set out and say, ask the coaching staff. And he did that, and that was his decision. He is responsible for that decision. That's him. It's not the coach. The coaching staff didn't go out there and tell him to go answer the questions that way. They didn't tell him to do that. His teammates didn't tell him to do that. No one told him to do that other than himself. When I come up here and I crash out, there's been many a times I've crashed out. I am responsible for those words that left my mouth. Not because Swiper annoyed me, not because Penn annoyed me. Yes, those things could have happened. By the end of the day, I am responsible for what I said. When I crash out at Penn, even if Penn annoyed me, even if I think Penn said something stupid, it's my fault for what I said. I chose to say it. Me alone. No one forced me to say those words. John Morant chose to do that. The consequences that came from it are because of what he did. Him. No one else. Not Lizalo, whatever the coach's name is. None of them. Him. He could have answered the questions. He could have not answered the questions. He could have said next question. He had a bunch of different options. He chose option number C of go ask the coaches stuff. That was him. That's it.
Does this thing create a firestorm like it already has? So like you think it's nothing. You think what Josh said, go ask the coaching staff. This isn't my bag. Go ask the coaching staff. Do you think this is just nothing?
I think it's nothing. If you ask me, I think it's nothing. I think we just blowing this out of proportion, to be honest. And like I said, I understand the comparison: police officer, basketball player. One is on a TV show, and one is, responsible for the lives of the community. Nobody gets asked questions 5 minutes after they play or 5 minutes after your shift. Say you a manager at some place, Taco Bell. Everybody calls out, and now you have to cover for everybody the whole shift for 8 hours. 5 minutes after they start asking you questions, what are you gonna say? Oh, ask the general manager. He hires unreliable
Nobody
people.
Gets paid $40 million to do their job like that. That's why.
Okay, just because you get money doesn't change.
But Delsky, I think, but Jordan, I think the important connection here, though, I want to be very specific, because when I brought up the $42,000 for like the media, what I'm saying is there's a lot of pressure, and this is why like this context is so nuanced. So I don't want to there is no like just one side here. Penn is saying they deserve an opportunity as athletes to be able to take a moment to collect. What I'm saying is that there's also a structure behind the media, Penn, that is pushing them to have to get this interview done so they can go then do their job. The problem is that when players are in a space where they don't feel like they want to answer questions because they just got heavily criticized by the coaching staff, it creates this tidal wave where all of a sudden Ja's emotions are meeting question being asked right in the moment, and then it becomes a little bit of a firestorm. And to your context, if this wasn't Ja Morant, this wouldn't be as big of a story, because Ja Morant has a lot of self-inflicted wounds that he has imparted on his own career that are a part of why this narrative is so important. Because again, Delsky, I think the thing that's about this right now, the reason why this is being talked about with Ja Morant, I think you can agree with this, is because he has shown bouts of immaturity and bad decisions throughout his career. This, for a lot of people, is a connected incident from immaturity and bad decisions from Ja Morant. So what I'm saying is that might be unfair, but this is to Mars's point. This is why all of who you are matters when you get in these moments. If you have a history that shows immaturity and deflection in the past, and you do that again after playing poorly and being asked a direct question about your career and a game that happened right that moment, people are going to blow it up because it seems like something more than what it is. Whereas Penn is saying this probably is just an isolated moment. He's frustrated. He got coached too hard, and now he's being asked to deliver questions to a media when he should have had a break to take a second to recoup. What I'm saying is, I think all of y'all, in some way, shape, or form, are right. But I think the issue is that's where, Delsky, you probably won't like this part. That is where, when you are a part of your pay structure, is also included in your media responsibility. It's not just on the court stuff.
Right.
That's a part of how you're paid. There's no other way to go around it. The media directly influence the amount of money that you make, i.e. the voting, i.e. how even writers impact how other GMs
Even
and other
content,
teams see
right?
you.
Don't forget about the content as well.
Yeah, the content, that's how people like literally ingratiate themselves with who you are. So what I'm saying is that might seem unfair, but Penn, and I'm sure you can acknowledge this, you know that these players wouldn't make the money they make without the media. So it's a partnership. It shouldn't be as difficult as it is. It really shouldn't. But I also say this, Penn, most of the media people I know, especially local media, they are in love with these players. They're in love with these teams. They would be more willing to go to bat for them and support them if they have a good relationship with them. But what's happened is,
keep going.
Yeah, and what's happened is, Penn, is really the other side. Players have animosity towards the media. Even local media.
You do.
I'm sorry, Penn. You do. You do need them.
Because I vividly remember in Oklahoma City during the playoffs. I vividly remember this.
No, it's not newspapers. This is literally media, mind you. Like we're in media.
To be
I
clear,
vividly remember.
do you have
a clip of John Morant on Twitter?
man? Okay, I've been
Really
waiting to
quickly,
get this
Penn.
off for 5 years.
Really quickly, Penn.
Go ahead.
To swipe the
5
point.
years
Really
is
quickly,
crazy.
Penn. I vividly remember the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs, and they didn't play well. And the headline in the papers was Kevin Durant choked. They actually retracted that and brought it back and apologized for saying that about Kevin Durant. That absolutely happened. So the swipers point, they do go to bat for these players. They 100%. Now the national media, on the other hand, the guys that work at ABC or ESPN, they want stories. They absolutely want this thing to get fired up. Now, the question that needs to be answered here when it comes to Ja, because Dell thinks that this is no big deal, is this situation replicable? Can we fix this? Or is this thing over?
I think none of his teammates care about any of this.
None of it.
And I think the people in the media zero.
It's not old media. But Jordan, this is why I really, Penn, have tried to stay quiet. We are not in old media. The people that cover your team is new media. These people work on YouTube. These people work on networks. I work for Locked On and Mile High Sports and all these people. These people that do this work are literally delivering information to hundreds of thousands of people on a weekly basis.
But I think you might be a little too close to this, bro. Because
there's not too close.
Right now, we're kind of doing the same thing up here on this stage. This is media, by the way. But what I want to say is that players look, if in 1992, if Michael Jordan wanted to get a statement out, he issues a press
release.
Stop. He issues a press release, or he calls for a press conference. Right now, if Michael Jordan wanted to get if LeBron James wants to let y'all know that he's coming back, if LeBron James wants to let y'all know that he's coming back, just one tweet: I'm back tomorrow. That's it. Message out, message received. The communication.
Do you think that Dave McMenamin is not a direct connection to ESPN for LeBron James? Because I can verify that for you that he is.
I mean, LeBron didn't just text and say, "Hey, I'm practicing now."
This is not
direct.
So,
the necessity.
Do players rely on media? Do players rely on media, Penn?
I think less than they used to. A lot. Okay,
Penn, I will not only will I disagree with you. I'm saying this without revealing anything. I know for a fact a lot of these stories that could get out, that don't get out, are because local media are protecting them. I know for a fact that happens. And guess what, Penn? That happens more often than the other stuff where they reveal stuff. They protect players to a T, not just PR. And by the way, and I can Penn. I have stories. I have stories in my brain about some of the best players in the league right now that will never get out. But that's what I'm saying. Media works. All media is asking for you to do is tell us, how do you feel like you played today?
That's it.
And that's it. I'm not asking for a biography. I'm just tell me how you played today.
Odell, he didn't.
He told you.
He didn't. He did.
He told you to
Dale,
ask
let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly, Dale. Your boy comes home. Your boy comes home. Your boy comes home. Yo, what happened in school today? Man, go talk to my teacher.
That's crazy.
So what happened? So what happened with this match?
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. That's actually like the perfect answer. I'm not gonna lie. That's the perfect parallel. That is the perfect parallel.
Why weren't you? Why weren't you? Why didn't
you have enough? Because you didn't see what happened in school.
Why didn't you have enough?
You wasn't on the bench.
Well, go talk to my.
You didn't see what happened. Everybody saw the game. You saw that Johnson play his usual amount of minutes. Everybody knows what's going on.
Bro, he played
no one's in the locker room.
I watched you on the live stream.
What are we doing?
Hold on, Damo. Let's go back to the minutes thing because y'all keep bringing up the minutes thing. In that game, John Morant played 30 minutes and he played like shit in all 30 of them. Why the fuck do I need to play him 38? He playing like garbage.
But Jaw's averaging 30 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. So like, why are we keep bringing up the minutes?
That's a bigger issue with Memphis's rotations, and Memphis fans have been talking about that because Lizolo, the coach, has said he wants to do this thing where he's experimenting more with like these shorter stints for everyone, so that everyone is more fresh, giving full energy for like 4 or 5 minute stints, as opposed to like these 8-9 minute stints. Now, do I agree with the philosophy? That's neither here nor there. But Ja Morant's minutes are a direct reflection of him bringing the minutes down for the whole team. Jaren's minutes are down. Like every one of their key players, their minutes are lower. It's not a Ja Morant thing. He's bringing the minutes down for everyone. Because he wants this, his philosophy is everyone play hard for 5 minutes, substitutions, like that's his philosophy. I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's the philosophy.
Not the star player, bro.
And he play like ass too. Don't forget that too.
I care about what Cam Spencer thinks about that loss.
Jaren Jackson is averaging 29 minutes a game. Ja Morant's leading the team in minutes, and he's the only one playing 30, and it's 30 on the dot. So that's just a Memphis thing. They're trying to experiment with that rotation thing. So
well, trade me.
You think I want to ask Cedric Howard how Ja Morant did? No, I want to ask Ja Morant. You think I care what Cam Spencer thinks of Ja playing bad? No, I want to ask Ja Morant. What are we doing? Also, this notion of, well, we all seen the game. We didn't hear the locker room. Josh had bad games before and addressed the media and talked about the game. Obviously, him getting chewed out in front of his whole team, which ain't his team no more, but him getting chewed out in front of the team is what caused him to be so emotional. We didn't hear that. No one knew. Hell, the PR didn't even know what was going on. So what are we doing, bro? To answer the original question,
look,
this is fixable. This is fixable.
Hey, Damo, I appreciate it. We had an hour in that conversation and more, Penn. I appreciate the intensity that you brought on your end. Delsky, I appreciate perspective. Damo, I appreciate your energy. Jordan, Mars, Ox, Chill, as always, a lot of nuanced questions being asked here. But we have a lot of super chats. We're going to get to some of these NBA Cup games as well. So we got a couple super chats relevant to this topic in particular. We got Thickest Pilot 9. Damo, is that you? Do you know that person? $2 super chat. I'm late, but Womo, love seeing Damo back. Damo, a lot of glaze for Damo today. A lot of Damo glaze today. Goodness gracious,
Damo glaze, a lot. Man.
And then we got Multi Kenny, $20 super chat. Cook Damo, less freaking goal.
Nope, say it, Swiper.
No, I ain't saying. I mean, not good. That's not coming out my mouth. Jordan, you say
it. Jordan, you say my mouth. Let's fucking go. There we go. Let's go.
Yeah, there we go. I want Swiper to say it. Nope, you'll never hear me. You'll never hear me. Nope, you won't. Nope. No, I ain't. I'm breaking it. I'm not breaking it. But shout out to Multi Kenny. $70 to Glaze Damo, Multi Kenny. Goodness gracious, we're that energy with everybody else up here. I'm good. Goodness gracious. And then we got Brax, the one. Penn capping for millionaires. Penn, do you feel like you're capping for millionaires?
No, I don't. I think you capping for billionaires because you're a brainwashed idiot.
You talking about Brax?
I'm talking to Brax.
Yeah, shout out. Pimp Nate slipped back. We got a $10 super chat. My brother said, I always take Austin Reeves over Drea's baby mama. Can't respect no dude that worried about staring at his nails in the mirror than hooping. Austin not getting finesse. He's over him easy. Austin did get finesse for 20.
First of all, I'm not taking Austin Reeves over Dre. You lost your goddamn mind.
I am. What are we talking about? Jesus.
You crazy as hell. Shit.
What? She 49 and ran through. I'm sorry. Let's answer the super chat. I'm sorry.
49 and ran through, 29 and ran through.
She was in the back with Gilbert Arenas in his prime. I don't want that.
What you do with me right now?
What?
I want to marry the girl.
What's not going to do when you go?
So she come up to you at a club, Damo. You rejecting that? You send that back. You send that
You-
back.
you-
Damo's a married man. Damo's a married
You see
man.
that bouncer? I'm showing her a picture of my
he's
ma'am,
he's
ma'am,
obligated right now.
away from me, harlot. Away from me. Away.
You know,
Back up.
When you put your phone away, what you
when
say?
I do that, they say, "Oh, she's cute."
They
I'm
all
calling
been
my
ran
girl.
through, Damo.
I'm calling my girl immediately.
All right, enough of the ran through language. Anyway,
Really, hey, Damo, you know
And
the
they
way
say,
that
"Oh,
the
she's
way that
cute.
you
You
com-
want my
the way that
number?"
you combat
Yes,
that,
I do.
the way that Jordan just said that. Oh, she's cute. You know what? My wife looks better.
Thank you, Chill. That's how you put a
cook
bow
up.
on it.
Cook up.
Matrix of weed. Y'all
And then Jordan, you man, just relax. Look, all right. So we got a lot of NBA Cup games tonight. So we got a few, but there's some in particular I want to talk to you just to give y'all an understanding of what we're looking at. Boston versus Orlando. We have Cleveland versus Washington, Toronto versus Atlanta, Detroit versus Brooklyn, Houston versus San Antonio. That will be the game we will talk about right now. Charlotte, Miami, Dallas, Memphis, Chicago versus Milwaukee. And then we got Utah versus Minnesota, Golden State versus Denver. Golden State, no Steph Curry tonight. And then we got Oklahoma City versus Sacramento. So, y'all, this Houston game versus the San Antonio Spurs, there's a lot of really good basketball being played by both these teams. Houston is currently 5-2. I think they're number 2 in net rating in the NBA. San Antonio's 5-1. Well, 5-2 now, right? 5-2. Yeah, 5-2
Yeah.
now.
Respect that too. Yeah.
I mean, they should have won that game, but shout out L refs in LA. This is going to be a good game. De'Aaron Fox looks day-to-day hamstring. Doesn't look like he's going to play. Looks like Dylan Harper will be out. Luke Cornett, I don't see a confirmation. And then we got Steven Adams, no confirmation. And then we got Dorian Finney-Smith. How do y'all feel about this game with Houston and the Spurs tonight? NBA Cup.
Houston by 10.
10?
Wemby's about to show the world why he's the best in the world tonight. He's had a couple stinkers. People starting to get these convos off. He's about to remind y'all why he is the best in the world. Not in the conversation, is the best.
Damo, you think Wemby the best player in the league?
Wemby is the best player I've ever seen touch a basketball. And after seeing this man, and after spending my life watching this man play basketball, I didn't think I would say that so early in my life. I thought I had to be like 50 before I started seeing someone better than him touch a basketball. He ain't even out the league yet. Yeah, Wemby's the best player ever.
Wemby is the best
ever.
To be honest with you, I don't think it's ridiculous because Bob Knight said that Michael Jordan is the best player he ever seen. And he was still in college. He wasn't even in the league yet. So,
if that competition was thin, it was all Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, and I guess.
I
Tough
don't know,
competition
man.
now. Tough competition.
But Damo, to say that this dude is because you've seen some basketball in your days, to watch Wemby and go, this is the best I ever seen. What's swaying you?
Bro, you know he don't believe that, Chill.
He don't.
No, I absolutely do believe that, and it's the fact of every time I'm sorry, when I watch someone play basketball and they repeatedly do things I've never seen. I sat through multiple eras of basketball. I grew up playing old world ball, inside out, back to the basket. I was an undersized big in high school. I come from old world big man basketball. He is doing things I've never seen before by anybody. He's doing things that shouldn't be possible. For me, makes him the best in the world. He's doing it on both sides at a rate and at a level that's comparable to be best in the world. I'm sorry. If you're putting up best in the world like numbers and efforts on defense, best in the world like numbers on offense and efforts on offense, I have no issue saying you're best in the world.
You just said Luka was the best in the world the other day. I mean,
that's as a Laker fan. That's a Laker fan. As a basketball fan, is Wemby.
You got different. You got mixed.
How many
personalities.
firsts would you
Shout out
attach to
YNW
Luka to
Miller,
get
boy.
Wemby?
You own it. You got mixed personalities. I know what we're doing.
How many firsts would I attach to Luka to get Wemby? 3.
Interesting.
How many do you want?
12.
For Wemby?
How many can I give you?
I think I said Luka was untouchable, and then obviously it happened. I'm fairly confident Wemby will never get traded. I'm fairly confident, unless he asks. There's no team. Nico Harrison is not Luka-ing Wemby. The Spurs GM is not Luka-ing Wemby. I'll say that.
And what's going on with Dallas? To your point, Miles, what's going on with Dallas is kind of confirmed the point that I would not do this because I don't want to put myself in that space. No, I'm not doing this.
Can I? But just
I don't think you'll ever get employed again.
I do want to say, just to stay on topic a little bit, because I kind of steered off with the Wemby talks. For tonight, yeah, I do have the Spurs. I do have it being a close game though. I got the Spurs by 4. Very close game, down to the wire. Spurs by 4.
I'll take Houston going away. I think that the defense ends up suffocating them, and I think that they end up beating them dudes going away.
I think they're really going to miss Dylan Harper, Joe. Like, he is very, very important for them. I know he's only a 2nd overall pick and he's a rookie and all that stuff, but he is damn good. And watching him play, if the Spurs shooters can hit their shots, if Wemby can anchor the defense, I think, certainly Şengün and these guys can have some trouble, but I think the Rockets have a better team.
Yeah. I think I'm picking the Rockets to win that game tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Should be good. Might end up being the best game of the night. And then also, we had somebody asked about this in the chat. The Chicago Bulls are playing versus the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, and that's a toss-up. So right now, I'm looking at the preview. The Bulls, Kobe White is out, Zach Allen is out, and Ayo Dosunmu is out. Kevin Porter Jr. is out for the Bucks. So Giannis looks like he's going to be
heavily favoring the Bucks to win this game.
Yeah,
and the Raptors just smacked the Bucks like 2 days ago. By
y'all a couple of days before that, Penn.
No, did not get smoked.
Yes,
got beat. Got beat. No, come on,
handled y'all.
Got beat in the fourth quarter. No,
a couple of days ago. Yeah, a couple of days previous to that, they handled y'all. Stop the bullshit.
Got beat in the fourth quarter. We were beating them for a lot of that game.
This Milwaukee Bucks team, they got a dude on their team. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name is Giannis. He's averaging 37 and 14 and 6 against the Bulls. By the way, not for the season, against the Bulls. He averaging 37, 14, and 6 against them.
You don't think the Bulls have any chance? You don't think the Bulls have any chance? That's what you tell me. You tell me the Bulls have no chance tonight.
So,
no chance? If you're in the game, you have a chance because that's how it works.
Who's guarding Josh Giddey?
And that's the question.
Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins.
Barbecue chicken. Spank Ryan. You're gonna put Ryan over his knee and spank him.
Yeah, barbecue chicken.
He might. I just answered the question.
And we're not worried about Quentin Grimes part 2. Look, man. I don't know if you heard Chilltown. It could be Giannis, Greek Freak, whatever you want to be that day. Who? Ryan Rollins?
Ryan Rollins isn't even that good.
He's already better than Quentin Grimes. What are you talking about? Well, you can have whoever you want on the other side. When it's Giddey time, it's Giddey time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm riding with the Bulls all the way until they give me a reason not to. Shout out Josh Giddey. Shout out Buzelis from that patented 2024 class. People love to just rag on for no reason. Give me the Bulls all day.
Show you against that?
I'll take the Bulls too.
I don't hate it. I love what they're doing with
the Bulls. It's a plus 4.5. They're playing in Milwaukee. And then I'm looking at the matchup predictor. Only 35% of the probability odds are on the Bulls right now. That seems incredibly low.
I just like how them dudes. To your
That's
point,
why you take them.
I just like how these dudes. I like how this group is playing off of Giannis. The confidence that they have. Cole Anthony is knocking down open shots. Giannis has been such a willing passer when going to Cole Anthony, when going to Ryan Rollins. I think that it's a renewed.
Man, I can't wait till Game 40 chill for you to be like, man, these guys aren't playing good enough.
Okay, and if that's the case, I'll say that. But today, once again, as of today,
Delsky, am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. But again, as of today,
bro, you saying what you just said again, man. Look at Giannis, man, breaking down the defense. Cole Anthony wide open.
Yes, sir.
Ryan Rollins wide open.
Knocking down shots.
Kyle Kuzma wide open.
Not playing defense. Playing actually really.
Why are you
good
saying
defense.
these names like with negative connotation? These some dogs I'm hearing. I'm hearing dogs.
All right. Yeah, today. Yeah, first 10 games of the year.
Cole Anthony, dog.
We are in a month into the season, but these guys are playing really well over Giannis. It's the same team, Swiper, that you thought would be garbage in the regular season.
No. I didn't say garbage. I didn't say top 6 seed. I said, but to be fair, everybody's hurting East. That's not garbage. That's not garbage.
It sounds garbage. If you're not a legitimate playoff team, if you 8, 9, I don't think you're very good. I don't.
I said the Spurs would be better than them, and I didn't have the Spurs as top 8 seed.
They're not very good, chill.
Okay, but the difference is that the Spurs are in a tougher conference.
In a real conference, I agree.
So the Spurs, I think the Spurs are in a tougher conference. The Eastern Conference is not as bad as you think it used to be because it's not.
Who's competitive in the East?
Right? It's.
Yo, watch them out, son.
That's the Bulls' house right now.
No,
the Bulls are competitive.
Yes, the Bulls are 100%.
And Milwaukee's not.
Josh Giddey's a dark horse MVP right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a really dark ass horse. That's a unicorn.
So dark you can't see it.
The seahorse at the bottom of the
Oh, one of them. Oh, okay. Them scientific blacks.
I think it's interesting that Swiper, he uses this logic when he says, who's competitive in the East? This is the same dude who literally, what are we in? We in November. This was 10 months ago. This dude was, in his words, clapping and twerking for the Indiana Pacers.
Clapping and twerking is crazy.
Clapping and twerking for the Indiana
The Pacers were really good.
And not only
Did you see what they did to the Bucks? A better version of the Bucks?
You know who else is really good, Swiper? The Bulls are really good. The Cleveland
Wait. Do you think the Bulls are this year's Pacers?
Are really good.
Are they this year's Pacers?
Really good.
Are the Bulls this year's Pacers?
No, that's Detroit. Detroit is this year's Pacers.
I think that division is serious. If you think about what's going on with Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, and Milwaukee, that division is serious.
Who's the worst team there? Who's the worst team there, Chill?
Indiana. That's easy.
Milwaukee.
Indiana.
No, you said the four. You said the division, like their division.
Of the four of those guys?
Yeah.
Of the four of those teams? Right now?
Indiana, right?
It's probably
The Pacers.
Indiana's not in it. Indiana's not in it.
Yes, it's the Pacers.
The
But
Central
the
Division.
Yeah.
The Pacers are in the Central Division. The
Indiana
Bucks,
is in the same
Bulls,
division.
the Pacers,
Oh, he said Cleveland.
Bucks, Bulls, Pacers, Pistons, and
Cleveland. And
Milwaukee,
Cleveland, Mars.
right?
There's 5 teams in it.
Cleveland. That's it. Cleveland. Yeah,
Yes.
5 teams in each division.
Oh wait, I'm tripping.
Cleveland, Bucks,
Wrong-
Bulls,
wrong-
Pacers.
In
and
fact,
Pistons.
in fact, the top 5 seeds, 4 of those 5 seeds are from the Central Division.
Talk to
Okay,
him,
so
Chill.
The Knicks, shout out to the Knicks.
We
Shout out
really
to the
should
Knicks
be talking about
representing
the
Atlantic.
groups in the NBA Cup.
Why?
That's really what matters.
Why? It's
Because we're playing NBA Cup
Why
games
it's funny.
tonight. That's
Yes,
why we
we
should
are.
matter.
That's a fact, man. That is a fact. Which is
Swiper, you need to let
Yeah,
Penn
but I know
host
what
because
they're
Penn's
saying,
doing a better job than you.
No, I'm just letting y'all yap. Y'all wanted to yap about Ja Morant and gunplay and all that stuff for an hour and a half, so I let you.
And you should have started. You should have
appreciated
muted.
it.
You know what you should have did? You know
that
what you
was
should have
more
did,
fun than
Penn?
the NBA
You should have muted Penn's mic. You should have muted my mic. You should have
No,
muted
Penn. I would
Delsky's mic. You
never
should have
do. I
muted
would never
Jordan's
do to
mic.
Penn what he would do to us if he had the power to do it. I'm not going to do. I'm
Penn
not
would
going
kick all y'all off the stage and be up here solo.
I'm not. Nope. It might be a solo Penn show.
100% would do that.
Penn
no doubt.
Penn get y'all up out of here fast.
All right, Penn. Before we get to
should,
the
Penn.
groups, Penn, I wanted to give you an opportunity before you started yapping just now to talk about your Raptors versus the Atlanta Hawks today.
What have I done to you to deserve 4 strays in 1 minute?
There is no four. You were sending strays at broke people all day. How you know I ain't broke?
Shots. Just
How you know I ain't broke?
Oh, that's why you
What is the
triggered.
deal,
Because
man?
you
Just
the
buck
one with $12 in your bank account. You a
I
lot
ain't,
more-
I ain't got $12 in my bank account. I'm
Sorry,
shoot.
you were telling all of us yesterday who were willing to
$12,
listen. You
that's a
save it
lot.
up for your.
That's a lot of money.
This how we get
You save it
I'm
up for
still- I'm still
your
sitting on
friggin'
the same
turkey
$3
hair
bucks.
transplant.
Get focused,
Damo,
focus, ladies and
Damo got
gentlemen.
$70 in super chat today, so I mean, I wish I could get $12 in super chat.
Atlanta, Toronto, Penn. Where were we?
Hey,
Atlanta,
Chill.
Toronto.
When are you gonna
Atlanta,
host the show?
Toronto.
I want to see a Chill host. I want Chill to host the show.
So in terms
Actually,
of the group,
So Penn, really quick.
Well, we all broke according to Pierce.
yeah, G-Rolled again. Yeah,
Go ahead, Penn. As you were saying, Penn. As you were saying, Penn.
How
Go ahead,
much
Penn.
he
Atlanta
makes,
and
Swiper?
Toronto.
Put his super chat on
Atlanta,
the screen.
Toronto,
I'm trying to
Penn.
see how
As you
much
were saying,
bread he
Penn. I'm
makes.
listening to you.
Atlanta and Toronto are number 1 and number 2 in their group right now. Both are the teams that have won.
Sure.
There's one team that has not played. Cleveland unfortunately lost because they were not healthy when they faced Toronto. In the group stages in the NBA Cup, obviously, I hope everyone knows the rules of the NBA Cup, which is that the top team that wins actually advances. And then there's 2 wildcard teams that are the best teams in the divisions that weren't the top teams based on net differential. So right now, Atlanta is number 1 in our group because they beat the team that they beat by like 23, and we beat our team by 11. So yeah, Atlanta versus Toronto. This is where we're at. So if the Toronto Raptors can beat the Atlanta Hawks tonight, I believe they would pretty much almost lock up number 1 seed in their group. So it's a big game. It means a lot. The Hawks will be without Trae Young, and the Raptors actually whooped the Hawks on opening night with Trae Young. The game is also in Atlanta, but the Raptors whooped the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta. So I got the Raptors. I think Scotty Barnes is going to whoop their ass.
He'll be the best player on the floor tonight.
Pardon?
Will he be the best player on the floor tonight?
Who else would be the best player on the floor?
Jalen
Trae
Johnson.
Young not playing.
Jalen Johnson.
Risha Shea.
No, Scotty Barnes is a better player than Jalen Johnson. I don't know where we are getting these conversations, but yes, Scotty Barnes is the best player on the court. And if he's not the best player on the court, then Brandon Ingram will be the best player on the court. And if he's not the best player on the
Brandon
court,
Ingram better than Jalen Johnson too? Oh,
yeah,
they're all better than Jalen Johnson.
Their position.
I mean, shout outs to Jalen Johnson. I like Jalen Johnson. I would love to trade for Jalen Johnson.
You got 3 players in your roster better than Jalen Johnson?
Well, I got 3 players on my roster averaging a very efficient 20 points per game. Yeah, I mean, right now, per Vegas, Atlanta is favored to win this game, which is crazy to me. 2 days ago, they were favored to lose this game. I don't know what happened, but the Raptors are perfectly.
Atlanta has a 60. The odds are on them. 63% of the odds are on Atlanta right now.
Yeah, and I think that's nuts because the Raptors are fully healthy for the first time all year right now, and they're 4.
Is Jakob Poeltl or Mamu starting?
Jakob Poeltl is the starting center. He has
so those minutes they'll lose.
Well,
right.
No, because Jakob Poeltl has had a back injury and a face injury, which has forced him to wear a mask, which has stopped him from being able to catch a basketball. And his back injuries have made him like the worst player in the NBA. Honestly, being objective, he's been one of the worst players in the NBA to start the season because of his back injury. They shut him down for a little bit. They rehabbed him, and he looked a lot better last night. So yeah, I mean, shout outs. And yeah, we're deep. I think we're the better team, and I think we're really locked in right now. I think we're vibing. So I would think the Raptors are going to win.
And shout out to a vibe at 4-4, y'all. All right, next game we're getting to. We're going to tune into the Chill. This is your opportunity. We got the Dallas Mavericks versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis is favored by 4.5. So where you at, Chill?
I'm with Anthony Davis still out of the lineup, with Klay Thompson telling me that he's going to do something special. I mean, I don't think that's anytime soon. He has not been shooting the ball particularly well. But with that also being
He's
said,
going on a cleanse, Chill, so he right back.
He can't cleanse with.
Oh yes, he can. His legs been going every night. He got to go on like a 2-week fast or something.
Yo, with all the talk about man killers, do we ever talk about the fact that Brandon Ingram playing the best basketball of his life and he would Glorilla right now?
Is that his chick? I did not know that. But anyway,
yes, it is.
To your point, Swiper, I hate what's going on in Dallas with their offense. Their offense has not been good. It's been less than stellar. Their defense has been not even barely. It's been also at the bottom of the league. I think Memphis has been better. I'm going to take Memphis in this game.
All right. We got Memphis. I like talking to all the team reps here. We'll do Orlando versus Boston here. So that's UOX. We got Orlando's favored by 3 in this game. 60% probability they win. Who do you think wins tonight between Orlando and Boston?
I'll go with Orlando. Yeah, I'll go with Orlando. I think they're just the better team. Definitely.
They should be the better team.
Boston,
but you know, hey, Damo, you know how it is though, Damo. Jalen Brown changes things real fast, so could go either way.
It depends on what version of Apollo shows up that's going to change it. That's been one of the more disappointing MFs this season.
Maybe Derek White will play some basketball tonight.
You mean second team All Pro Derek White?
Yeah,
maybe Josh Minot will be the best forward on the court.
But
maybe Josh Minot will be the best.
Jalen Brown
forward
will carry the load all by himself, so we'll see what happens. I got Orlando.
And then we got Minnesota versus Utah. No Walker Kessler. Minnesota is favored by 12 points. Yeah, that should be easy.
Is Ant playing?
Yes, he was just confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, based on what I'm seeing here, Anthony Edwards is not on the injury report. They're fully healthy, so it should be a wash. Does Keontae George go off tonight, Mars?
Oscar Hardy.
See, Mars, you got to write a check for $50,000, y'all. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nah,
somebody need to find Mars.
Yes, Mars. This is unacceptable. No.
And then we got Miami versus Charlotte. Miami, they are only favored by 4.5, and they are missing just Tyler Hero today. That's interesting. So Bam is good. Bam should be healthy to play today.
It looked like it was a day-to-day toe strain. I thought it was turf toe shit. That could have been a bigger problem, but turns out it's not, and that's good.
Is LaMelo back tonight?
I see LaMelo is day-to-day. Let me check out. See if LaMelo Ball is playing today. LaMelo Ball update on news. I don't have a confirmation, so it looks like they're going to try him before the game.
Regardless if he's playing or not, they're getting
Eve Misi is out, and Al Horford has been also downgraded to questionable today.
Everybody's sick. Everybody's sick for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah. So the Nuggets should get an easy win.
I mean,
or will you get
happens
the
when you
60-point Kuminga game incoming as he dunks on Nikola Jokic's head, and you thank God that we don't
Jokic
do the
has to be
panel
around.
on
He has to
Saturday.
be out at the rim for him to get dunked on. And we all know he doesn't like to do that.
That's what happens when you old.
And then we got. Let me look at this. To get this one out of the way. Sacramento versus Oklahoma City, y'all. This is probably not going to take a while. Let's see here. DeMontis day to day. Keegan is out. Zach LaVine day to day. I don't have confirmation. Do you know if they're out? Ox, DeMontis, and LaVine today.
I know as much as you know, bro.
DeMontis is questionable, and he's very
Give me
doubtful.
the Kings, man.
I want DeMontis to finally start taking care of himself and sitting down when he's hurt, like he's been doing. Because for his whole career, he just plays through stuff, and it's time for DeMontis to take care of his body. You know what I'm saying? So,
Imagine that
for the OKC Thunder.
Imagine that, Ox. Imagine that.
He be thugging it out. And it's just like,
the Thunder
DeMontis,
have
you don't
5
to do
players
that.
who are out.
You don't have to keep doing that.
Yeah.
I think DeMontis should. So I hope he does sit this one out.
Coming to work.
The Thunder have
obviously, real quick, Pin. Let me just finish my thought. Sure. I think obviously Keegan Murray's still out. And Zach LaVine day to day. That was the last thing I heard. So I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure OKC will go ahead and take this one.
No way.
J-Dub is out. Aaron Wiggins. J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, Kenrich Williams, obviously Topic, and Sorber are all out for the OKC Thunder, but Chet will play. So that is...
Chet's going to play. Is Hartenstein going to play?
Yeah.
Is SGA going to play?
Yeah. Lou Dort is the only person who's listed as questionable.
So we get another 32 points on the dot for SGA?
I mean... I would like to say lock this win in, but if Russ goes off for another triple-double against his old team, and DeMar puts up 30, and Zach LaVine puts up 40, and a lot of shit goes right. Honestly, bro, anyone can beat anyone in the NBA right now. On one night, one play, one game, hot shooting, one team, OKC goes cold, it can happen.
Is this a road game or a home game for the Kings?
This is for the Kings, a home game for the Kings.
Oh, yeah, give me the Kings. Russell Westbrook, best player on the court.
It's hard to play in Sacramento. On top of that, though, Pin, to your point, DeMar DeRozan could go for 45 tonight. You know what I'm saying? They don't got nobody to guard DeMar.
Hey, Ox, in honor of you,
Shay.
I said it last night. I got a breakdown on the Kings coming soon, man.
Lou Dort.
That's what's up.
Casey Wallace.
Man, Ox. Coach got to coach. I'm going to say that in the video, too. I'm going to give you good credit. Coach has got to coach.
Hell yeah,
I like that. Man. In honor of my man, Ox. I know you've been going through a lot of shit, Ox.
No, I'm not going through nothing. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay. I ain't know
who the Thunder got to go to Westbrook?
Their whole roster. I don't know what to tell you.
He's gonna keep saying Casey Wallace. Casey Wallace is getting spanked by DeMar DeRozan.
Alex Caruso can guard DeMar DeRozan. I can't believe you just said that they don't have anyone to guard DeMar DeRozan. What are you talking about? They literally
Alex Caruso might be able to lock Jokic, but he ain't locking Debo.
Because is Debo clear, yo?
I'm going to say this today.
That's a chain snatcher.
November the 7th.
Oh, okay.
November the 7th.
You better tuck that chain.
2025. Casey Wallace is making an all-league defensive team this year. I'm saying it.
He might make the offense all defensive team chill. I won't push back on that. But he can't guard Debo.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to find out tonight.
You living in a time warp in like 2014 or some shit?
2014. All right. If you think Casey Wallace can guard DeMar DeRozan, that's fine. That's cool. I don't want to argue about it. I just have my opinion. You have yours.
I love
Chet and Hartenstein at the rim. Yes, I do think he can.
I'm with you, Ox. He can't guard.
He can't guard DeMar.
He can't guard DeMar.
You know where he pulling up from right there at that nail, cooking that little boy.
I'm sorry, y'all serious? My bad. I thought this was like a new bit y'all do around here.
Oh no, I'm dead serious. Casey Wallace can't guard DeMar DeRozan.
No, he can't.
Casey Wallace. I don't know why I thought y'all was talking about Caruso. My bad.
Alex Caruso can't guard DeMar DeRozan.
I was talking about Caruso.
I'm talking about both of them.
I was talking about Caruso.
I am too. I'm talking about both of them. None of them could guard DeMar.
How many people? And this is a legit question. I'm not just joking. How many people have you like legitimately seen like, damn, he locking DeMar ass up for real?
I'm a Raptor fan who watched him in the playoffs every fucking year. That's a dude who shoots 6% worse in the playoffs.
Who locked him up?
Everyone.
Himself. What are we talking about?
Locked himself up in the jail and threw away the key. What are you doing?
That's never been asked before.
He can guard him.
That's never been asked before. No one has ever left a DeMar DeRozan game being like, man, nobody could guard him. Like what? Stop!
Are
It's
you
DeMar
serious?
DeRozan.
So why does DeMar DeRozan have so many career points? Because he's a bucket getter. That's why.
A lot of folks
he
be
takes
saying
a lot of
Hey,
shots.
DeMar had a 40 ball versus Milwaukee. What?
No,
2022?
no, hold on, because y'all, I've never been a huge DeMar DeRozan fan. Like I won't pretend like I have been, but as long as I've seen DeMar DeRozan play basketball since high school, he's been a bucket getter, and I don't think we should even be here like denying that. When has DeMar DeRozan not been a bucket getter?
Rookie season.
I mean, you can get buckets, but we've seen it on plenty of occasions. Good offense will beat great offense beats good defense. You can defend somebody perfectly, and they can still hit a shot. And I've seen DeMar.
That's all I'm saying.
DeMar got a shot that was well defended.
The question that I asked was,
that's all I'm saying.
Like there's been times where I've seen players in games like, damn, he giving them a hard time. Like, oh shit, he making them uncomfortable. Most of the time, to me, it just looked like DeMar just be missing. Like,
yeah, that's what it be.
To me, it don't look like I've never seen DeMar look uncomfortable. I ain't gonna say never, because everybody get sometime in a game. But for the majority of the game, DeMar just might have a bad game for real. Like, I mean, it's just like shit. He just missed some shots, or like he can't make.
DeMar DeRozan is unguardable, is what I'm understanding.
Is DeMar DeRozan the all-time leading scorer in Toronto?
It's a lot of players in the NBA that's unguardable.
I'm sure he is. Shouldn't he be? I'm pretty sure he should be, Swiper.
I mean, they don't got really much other scorers in their history.
So I will hope, because if he not, that really hurts his argument.
Well, because Vince Carter didn't play long enough. He left that bum franchise. So like, DeMar was there for the longest, right?
But it's definitely DeMar DeRozan. I'm sure.
Can you look it up, Penn?
Penn knows, but
you should know this off the top of your head, Penn.
DeMar DeRozan though, he got a hate for DeMar. So.
Penn, who's your all-time leading scorer in your franchise history, Penn?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That means DeMar. That means DeMar.
Wait, so Penn, how do you hate the guy who leads your team, your franchise, ever in scoring?
It's DeMar DeRozan with 13,296 points.
You trying to
all-time points.
You trying to put your clown takes
the
in
next
my
dude
mouth?
after that.
Toronto Raptors career leaders. Let's see here. So wait, listen to this. DeMar DeRozan leads the Toronto Raptors, and let me make this point salient for everybody. DeMar DeRozan leads the Toronto Raptors in games, minutes played, field goal attempts, 2-point field goals, 2-point field goal attempts. He also leads them in free throw attempts, free throws made. Like he looks like he is the most celebrated and widely known player in the history of that franchise.
Can you tell us like what's the point differences?
Wait, what'd you say?
Can you tell us how many he has? Who's the second closest?
Off the big stage, like you passive aggressive.
Let me see. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you up there the whole time.
DeMar's the greatest Raptor of all time. I didn't know that.
I mean, he thinks it's Kyle Lowry, but Kyle's not on these lists.
Not even close.
I'm not seeing Kyle on this list.
It is Kyle Lowry.
Who has the second most points?
So I'm trying to get to
Kyle Lowry.
That's not Kyle Lowry.
At 10,000, he has 3,000 more than the next person.
If it is not Kyle Lowry, it is Vince Carter. If it is not
DeMar DeRozan has almost
or
3,000 more points than Kyle Lowry. DeMar DeRozan has almost 4,000 more points than Vince Carter. He also played 275 more games. So if you ask me, he has the most minutes in franchise history. He's top 10 in rebounding in franchise history. He's top 5 in assists in franchise history. He's top 3 in steals in franchise history. And would you look at that? He's also top 20 in blocks in franchise history, I believe. So minutes, points, all that. He's top 3, 5, or 1.
That's what happens when you stay for a long time. I will say this. I think Scotty Barnes currently is better than any version of DeMar DeRozan ever. I think Pascal Siakam in 2021 was better than every version of DeMar DeRozan ever.
DeMar DeRozan right now, to be honest with
you. Because you're
is
crazy.
Derek White better than DeMar DeRozan? Like Derek White better than the best version?
What are you talking about?
No.
But I don't think Scotty Barnes right now today is better than DeMar DeRozan right now. Like, I just don't think so.
Ping get logic all the time. But when we get with this Scotty Barnes logic, keep straight loose.
No, I'm not. Maybe I'm right and y'all are wrong. Have you ever thought of that?
No.
Wait. Hey, Jordan, maybe we all broke. We all broke. We ain't got enough money to talk about Scotty Barnes and DeMar DeRozan.
I definitely got more than $12 in my bank account.
Oh,
chill. You got a head start like 50 years.
Swiper, so. You know what? I will say this.
Chill. You got AARP. You got benefits. You got retirement.
I mean, for AARP, by the way.
Swiper, the fact that you so triggered by this $12 comment makes me worried. Why are you so triggered by $12?
Penn, I don't have enough money to talk to you, Penn. I'm sorry.
$12?
I went to school.
$12?
$12 is a lot because you got to remember, you got to add debt plus your income and your assets. So we all don't have that much money unless
see,
you.
You know what's really,
that's all it is.
funny?
I'm broke, baby.
Swiper, you were doing this amazing job hosting yesterday, and it was amazing. You didn't take swipes at anybody. You were professional. You read the.
You called us broke.
I didn't call you broke. I actually didn't call you broke.
You called us collectively broke sons of S's.
I wasn't on stage when he said that. So
you were in the drop down though.
I didn't call you broke.
You know who is on stage, Mars? You know who is on stage, Mars? The Charlotte Hornets. They're in Miami tonight for the Cup. How about that?
Thank you, Chill.
Give me Charlotte.
That's why I said you need the host.
Chill. I find it interesting though that our beautiful host and our brilliant host here has gotten so off pivot.
Pause.
No. Beautiful hosting
Beautiful
job,
hosting
not beautiful.
job. How about that?
Whatever.
Beautiful hosting
job. This dude who thought he was doing a great job got so off pivot, and I just find it interesting that you so in fight or flight right now that you can't help but take.
I'm not in fight or flight. I'm in stay and laugh at pin. That's the position I'm in.
Dude. Speaking of fight,
we got
totally off pivot.
Look, Pin, we're on a great track. I just want people to know. We've been this whole last time in NBA Cup. We got, but we're gonna get through them because this is all topical, so we're good. We're like on track.
Speaking of being on a fight.
First super chat, Pat Jack, $5 super chat. W host Swiper, Bucks Bulls game tonight. Island of Misfit Toys Bowl. Thoughts?
Island of
Misfit Toys. Is that because of the rosters?
Yeah, I guess they're saying it's a bunch of players that nobody really wants.
Some weird imagination, man.
Is that a Josh Giddey joke? Like, what am I missing?
No, it's not. It's not. They're saying they're just like discarded toys, all accumulating to make 2 rosters.
Shout out! Thank you for the super chat. And then we got Cowboy Bob, $2 super chat. Mars Lost mixtape episode. Talk to him, man. Go Knicks, go.
He have no idea. Mars don't know what that mean either. So. Shout out Cowboy Bob though. What's the word? Knicks
appreciate my dog. Tupac Westside 474, $10 super chat. Welcome back, Damo. How you feeling about the Lakers? Also, the Suns have been better than I thought.
The Suns are still trash. And my Lakers, I ain't gonna lie, surprised me, man. I thought we would be a lot worse than this, but that's because we have the better LeBron James playing.
Yeah, shout out.
Damo like that cousin I ain't seen in a little while. I'm like, what up, nephew? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, no, my cousins, I don't want to see them in a while. I got cousins.
I ain't seen my nephew in a while. My sister ain't bring him around, and here he come. Got some height on him. All right, what's up, young fella? You good? Word.
All right, we got another one from DNEMLB, whatever that sign is supposed to mean. $5 super chat.
It means they're a moderator.
And then also not buying the Suns yet. 4-1 at home, 0-4 on the road. Well, I don't know who's buying the Suns per se.
Me?
Like a play-in team, playoff team?
Yep. Yeah, 41 games.
They could be a playing team. They haven't been very healthy, and they're a very young team.
Okay.
I'm not buying into a trade ebook, man.
What you're buying, became a YouTube member. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Masenko G, he said $10 super chat. Jalen Green is just a worse shooting, worse handle, more athletic J.R. Smith. He was great, though, last night.
Not a bad comparison.
More athletic J.R. Smith?
Criticized his hosting. He went right back to hosting. How do you shave with skin so thin?
And then we get rid of that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, brother. Void Sentry, $5 super chat, said, my boy Damo, the reason I started watching PC in the first place. Shout out to, what's that?
Let's keep it a buck.
Yep. Welcome back, blood. All we need now is Real Talk here. We have the best panel. Real Talk and Damo on the same platform together.
Hey, say that part again. Welcome back, blood. Say that part again, Swiper.
Welcome back, blood.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, Park Hill, Colorado, Hillside. You know what time it is. 2000s. It was a different place. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And then we got Jay got game one, $20 super chat, another Damo Glaze. Damo is back. Life is good. It's open gym coming back over the horizon. Mars and Damo.
Okay, first of all, we could have the family over and not move back in and it still be good. Like the family just over visiting and ain't nothing wrong with the family visiting. So let's enjoy having family back on. Let's enjoy having family back over. How about that? That's all I'm doing. I'm enjoying having family back in the house.
Swiper, real quick before you read the super chat, I gotta ask you. For 20 points tonight, should I take Lauri Markkanen against Minnesota, Jaylen Brown against Orlando, or Norman Powell against Charlotte?
Lauri Markkanen is the clear choice.
Norman
That's what I was
Powell.
But he asked
That's
twice.
what I was thinking, Pam.
That's in 23. So
Yeah,
Norman's
I'll
averaging
talk to
23 a
him
game. Laurie's cooking though right now.
Laurie.
But then Jalen Brown, 20 points.
So easy, right?
Yeah, I mean Jalen Brown's the number one option. He's chucking.
Until he gets 16.
Jalen Brown is the second best player on this team.
Is he shooting 20 times a game right now, Marsh?
Shout outs to Josh Minot.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely shooting.
Go with
Yeah,
Jalen Brown.
yeah, I'm going with Jalen Brown because he's
Go
going
with
to get him
Jalen
up.
Brown.
I'm going with Norman Powell.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them sound good.
Oh, he's shooting 19 times a game. Oh, my fault, JB.
Well, if he hits, go ahead.
If Ox ends up hitting this, swipe it. You know, Ox, he need to hold something.
He better come get it.
He contributing to this.
What's
So
what's the lottery rule? If we all put a number in on a lottery and we win the lottery, do we have to split the lottery?
No, if you don't sign the ticket, no. Whoever turns the ticket in is their money. Whoever bought the ticket or turns it in or plays it, that's the ticket it is.
Domo knows these rules.
Y'all ever won a
So
lottery
basically,
ticket?
Damo, we got a gentleman's. So we got a gentleman's.
I sure did,
agreement, even
Penn.
though, like,
I became
all of us
friends
put
with you.
Dough in the pot. We got a gentleman's agreement. If you end up turning in the ticket, you can skate with the dough.
Okay.
The only way
Man,
that
that
it
nigga
will not
name
be
is
a
That was
gentleman's
actually a
agreement.
real
Brown.
question.
That nigga name is Spraylon Brown. And if I hit the lottery and I'm on the ticket, please, nigga.
Yeah, there's only one way it's not a gentleman's agreement. It's legal,
Hey,
and that's
you
if we
gonna-
all sign it. We all have to
You
sign
gonna
a
have to
ticket.
come
before we
find
can
me.
get money.
Nigga name.
You guys won't even know that.
No, I was legitimately asking the question. Have y'all ever won a lottery ticket? Like, have
Yes.
y'all
I did.
yeah?
I won a scratch off before,
How much you get?
like $75.
That's what I hit.
Have you won a lottery? Well, you won a big lottery.
counts
How
as
many?
winning?
How many lotteries have you won,
Yeah,
Penn?
hell yeah.
I've only played
I
once.
guess, okay.
My
And I
stepdad,
won.
my
Y'all dudes
stepdad
making
play the
y'all
lottery
face
all the
at the
time. He be
$75
winning.
Hey, how much y'all make? How much
He be
win?
winning them joints.
I didn't know that counted as
5,000.
winning. I thought
$75 in 1995 is a lot of money.
That one I didn't do that. in
$75
1995.
today
inflation.
is a lot of money too.
But my stepdad played the lottery. He be winning them little smaller ones, them little 3,000 joints. He done won a couple of them before, where you get like 3,000 shit like that.
Bro,
Yeah,
I grew up with a lot of people that used to play
Since we-
those scratchy lotteries, and I used to see them
Since we
blow
on a-
like their welfare check every single month
Yup.
on that stuff. And I was like, I'm never gonna do that when I grow up. So I swore I was never gonna play the lottery. But then I was at work when I was 19.
no
they're
wonder
like,
you
we're
like broke.
going in.
No wonder you don't like broke people.
Since we on the subject of playing,
I grew
how
up
you like-
broke.
How do you like Utah and Minnesota tonight? Since we on the subject of playing,
Well, we just talked about that, Chill.
did we? I don't.
Yeah, we did. We did all the games.
Everyone said the Tim. Everyone said the Tim.
Yeah, it's a 12. They're 12 and a half favorites tonight. So yeah,
Okay,
we're
so
good.
we're
Look at Chill trying to move us along while we're not in super chat time. They ask questions, we answer them. Duke did it. $2 super chat. Rashard Lewis better than Sean Marion?
We had this conversation
No,
last
he
night.
was not.
I don't agree.
No, he was not.
Shout out.
I'm not gonna laugh at the person who said it, but I don't
PK
agree.
De Niro became a YouTube member. I really appreciate that. Always love. We got another $2 super chat from D Barber 1313. Nico turned my team into the Sacramento Kings.
Can't believe
Aren't the
this
Kings
team.
better than the Mavericks?
No, he did.
The
Yes,
Kings
they
are
are.
actually better than the Mavericks right now.
Yes, they are.
I don't know what you
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
Everybody
if you
better
choose
than
one
Mavericks in the
team
West.
to run for the next 10 years, everyone would choose the Mavericks, right? So
You know the
it's
funny part
I
about
picked
that though,
Wizards.
Swiper, is if we were the Dallas Mavericks,
Outside
you know
Alex,
we would have chose Con Knipple with that number 1 pick.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you would have. I agree. I agree.
Why?
That's why you hate Thomas Robinson to this day. I get it.
Why would you?
Nah,
I'm
somebody
with
ever
you,
tell
man.
you like Thomas Robinson?
Huh?
I don't let people say his name to me.
You don't
So
like?
nobody
I
ever
forgot
told
you don't
you
like
that?
Thomas Robinson. That was my favorite king. Him and Josh Thompson.
My
Jason
favorite
Thompson.
king sounds crazy.
Jason
but I
Thompson,
feel you.
yo, Damo. Do you know how bad I used to do Jason Thompson? Do you
I
know
can
how
imagine.
bad I used to cook Jason Thompson?
I ain't really like Jason Thompson. I ain't gonna. I don't know why
Jason
they
Thompson
waited
is a
that big.
bum. I used to do Jason Thompson.
Jason Thompson, Dante Green, Thomas Robinson, all my faves, man.
Because me and I used to play with Dante. Me and Dante was on the same. We used to play against Jason Thompson and his
Dante who?
Dante Green.
Green. The Dante
Oh,
Green.
Powdered Brown for Jalen Brown.
That nigga name is Spraylon Brown.
Powdered Brown is crazy.
They be like, oh
All
no,
right.
he got another victim.
Hey man, he need to follow Chills. Whatever's working for Chill, that's what Jalen Brown need to do. We got
Damn, I came there. I dunked on
Mars, what
Jason
is
Thompson
this?
so bad, 2 hands, cocked back on Jason Thompson. Jason Thompson's a
yen?
bum.
That's 800 yen.
Yeah, but what is the name?
Why the fuck would he know?
Oh no,
Because Mars is 1/18th Asian. You don't know that?
I had no idea.
One drop roll Asian. Hello, my twin Mars. He literally said twin. Shout out to you guys from JP, Japan. Mars, how do you watch games while international? I can only watch Lakers on NHK.
They fucking brainwash you.
I fly to the US. I fly to the US each night to watch the games, and then I come back the next day.
That's why you're so tired, huh? Now it makes sense. Okay, yeah. Now
I keep the I keep
called
your time on my phone
VPN.
so I can keep you in consideration before I send you a message.
I just don't lay back.
Why everybody messing with Jalen Brown, bro? Leave him alone, bro. Golly, he's leaving marks on his victim. It's nuts. Chill. Just leaving residue with the crime scene. And then Brax, the one, for some reason, Ron starred this. Swiper can't keep coming to the panel shirtless. It's getting weird. L. Ron in the background. And then SMN RN DM random $20 super chat. Yesterday I watched the Suns for the first time this season because it was the only game I forgot how aesthetically pleasing watching D-Book is. Someone take a picture of his jump shot and put it in the museum next to Mona Lisa. Great jump shot.
Who has a better looking jump shot, Ox? Devin Booker or Allen Houston?
Oh wow,
Allen Houston.
Me?
Yeah, I rock with Allen Houston.
I like Allen Houston. I like Allen
big
Houston.
shooting guard, chill.
But Devin
I
Booker.
think Allen Houston, if there's a definition of a jump shot and there's a picture of it, I think Allen Houston is in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Nah,
But Devin Booker gets that elevation, that
my
extra
jumper.
elevation on his shot, though.
To me, I think it's Carmelo Anthony. I think Carmelo Anthony had one of the most beautiful jump shots I've ever seen in my life. Like
J.R. Smith has the
I would
best
actually
jump shot.
might want to put Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Klay Thompson's up there.
and man,
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith has a beautiful jumper.
Anthony Morrow.
Yeah, but so does Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not arguing. Just to me,
Yeah.
like, if you ask me,
To you. That's why I was being serious. That's why I was asking you.
Yeah,
J.R. Smith.
What's the best?
My jumper.
What's the best?
I like my
Who's the best 2K jumper, Mars?
This 2K.
Rudy Gay used to be the
Depends on your
man.
height.
Rudy
It
Gay
depends on your height, right?
Patty Mills is popular. MPJ is popular. Cam Thomas is relatively popular.
You just
Don't
talking about
recognize
releases or
it.
bases?
Bases.
What you call it? Scottie Pippen, his base.
I use for the most part, I use Kobe's base.
Me too. I use Kobe and form. I love Kobe jumper all the way around.
I ain't played a video game in like 2 years.
Quentin Grimes, yeah, Quentin Grimes is popular this year.
Swapper, you don't play 2K. When
Cheese 15. Come to my house and find out. Come to my house and find out. Come to my house and find out. I got a gaming system right here. Come to my house and find out. I got a gaming system right here.
You trying to
What you mean? I've been Xbox since I was 2001 when the first one came out.
Why you want the youngsters to embrace you so much?
There ain't no youngsters to embrace. I've been playing Madden. I've been playing Madden for years. I've been top 1% in Madden many times. I love Madden. Love Madden. Love
Let
Madden.
it go, Swiper.
And by the way, hand before the Lord. 2015, dog. When we was in Baylor together, bro. Me and my dog, top 1%. Ron, get out of here. Where's Ron? I'm about to drop man Ron.
We never played the game together. Stop.
All right. Well, who never played the game together? Jordan, you know what game? Jordan. Now, me and my friends, we don't play the same games you and your friends played in the house together. So yeah, we different. The tribe won. $5 super chat. Eventually, we'll have a lineup of the Trib one. Eventually, we'll have a lineup of Luka, Adu, Keegan Murray, Braun, Vando being 36% from the corner. Bam instead of Vando. If Bam asks out, of course. Sound like a dream.
Bam is not asking out of Miami.
Yeah,
If you knew it was good for him, you would.
Julius Irvin, $5 super chat. Can someone pull up K's 4-quarter numbers for me? He's been going crazy in the fourth. Mars, you want to do that real quick while we get through the rest of these super chats?
You don't got to do it.
And then we'll.
I think that's some good information.
I don't know what's supposed to be talking about. I don't have no roommate.
Really great.
No, I'm talking about your roommate. I said your friend. When your friend comes over and the games y'all play are not the same games we play.
That's why Ron
All
at my house.
right. Davenport boys, $2 super chat. Denver winning the championship. This is when we were talking about the contenders list earlier. We got 6 Miles T. Became a YouTube member. Shout out to you.
That was my
Cade is averaging 12 points per game in the fourth. He's leading the league unless you count.
I was about to say that has to be.
That's a lot of points.
Big Cade.
50% from the field, 45% from 3, 81% from the line, with 2 assists a game in the fourth as well, 0.4 turnovers. So
that's great.
And for the record, Mars, he knew that. He just wanted you to tell everybody that. He knew that. Yeah,
Facts.
he wanted.
12 points per game in the fourth.
Yeah.
So the Trib won another $5 super chat. Damo really nasty with that agenda. Last year, Braun led the charge when AD went down and Vandal came in. Our defense was insane. We'll be better. Damo.
I don't know what we talking about old news for. You think I care about last year's Lakers from 20 whatever? I'm talking about this year's Lakers. Is Luka's team. Last year, it was like, is he, won't he? Will they, won't they? Transfer powers. This year, it is Luka's team. He lost weight. It is what it is. LeBron, you can sit down. We're good now. We got Luka.
I remember a certain podcaster who said that about Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, buddy. It's 2025.
$10 super chat from a pimp named Slipback. Lakers aren't winning because of LeBron. They're not winning because of that. Aren't winning because of LeBron. They're not winning because of that Denver and OKC. LeBron can play the jabber role, Dre role, the honey button plug role, the hot pocket maker role. They not winning.
To that I say, I can't wait to catch the Denver Nuggets as long as we don't have LeBron James Sr. Can't wait to see the things that we do to that team with this new iteration of the Lakers.
LeBron will be playing in the playoffs, good brother. So, unfortunately. Sam Gibson, and then Benji sounds like how it's supposed to be pronounced, but Damo, take that Bron poster down. You, not us. I feel like that's not fair to Damo. He's been a long time.
You're right.
Bron
I'm
fan.
not y'all. I'm a basketball fan first, a Laker fan second, and then my player allegiance starts. A lot of y'all don't know basketball. A lot of y'all are just player fans. Y'all like them to a crazy level. Some of them, but y'all
Shout
like
out. What is this, Pin? Duze Rose.
Why are you asking me?
Because you're the one that wants to correct me when I don't know what something is. So I'm asking, like, in this instance, is this Duze? This French?
You called Trib tribe.
Yeah, I mean, because makes more sense
I'm
as
like
tribe.
the connoisseur of all world.
Connoisseur is a big word. See, French word. Duze.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
In 2025, the Brody is a better basketball player than Ja. $5 super chat.
The Brody.
He right.
Who's
Shout out my GOAT, Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh,
He is not.
Cool.
He is not.
He is definitely not.
He is definitely better than Ja. What?
Not.
Cowboy Bob, $2 super chat. Ja not responding to negative shows he's improving. Go Knicks, go. Ja not responding to negative shows he's improving. Okay.
And negativity.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm trying to figure out what the negativity was. At GOAT.7850, member for 19 months. Want to shout out Derek Queen. I got all my stock in him. Shout out. Love that.
Shout out DQ. Trey Zion. Get him out of there. Shout out Derek Queen, man.
And then we got Baga 20626, whatever this is. I parsed through the stream 10 times now, and 8 times, and I hear Pin yapping. Where was the fun from yesterday? Yapper of the year. I mean, Pin yapped today, but it was contextual yap.
Sure.
Contextual yap. And then we got Pimp Name Slipback 7780, $5 super chat. I'm paying $5,500 on the season and hundreds every year on streaming. Dudes can control themselves and be professional. Come on now, you're a grown man.
I agree.
Appreciate that. And then we got Smooth 2, $5 super chat with the Mars picture. Womo, always got big love for the PC Hood. W, Salisbury, GOAT.
Shout out to you, man. My only time getting recognized as Salisbury is because of Player's Choice. So the love is real out here.
That's dope. W, Ball Out Highlights, $2 super chat. When are y'all going to give Jalen Brown his props?
When
he stops spraying on here. Oh, what Mark said. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, when he's the best player on this team.
He can dribble 3 times in a row with his left hand.
Player's Choice, like the stream. Shout out to everybody in the background helping with that. Adam West abandoned $10 super chat. Shout out Damo, but we are never shouting out. Go ahead and say it, Damo.
Let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck.
Bruh,
Is the hate real with Let's Keep It a Buck? What's the problem?
Oh, no, Adam.
Ever since I
hates
seen
my
Real Talk
guys.
and Let's Keep It a Buck, they lost my respect. That's all I know.
Oh, dang. Adam doesn't like, he don't like my guys, man. Adam hates them.
Smooth 2, $5 super chat. Jordan looked like them ninjas that show up to court after they got locked up on gun charges. All he missing is the kufi. Also, Kaminga for Giannis.
Hey, that shit is funny.
That's a fair trade. That's a fair trade.
Hey, I'll get to court, and all of a sudden I say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And then Chris Weber stand $2 super chat. I'm glad Damo back. Now trade pin for Jalen Carter.
I'm glad you saved the best one for last.
Rest in peace, Jalen Carter.
Also,
Merry Christmas.
make sure y'all tap in because playback tonight. You got the Houston Rockets versus the San Antonio Spurs. The crew will be there for this one. Great job. Make sure y'all like the stream. Continue to subscribe to Player's Choice. By the way, we got Chill with Chill tomorrow. at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Chill and Ox. Make sure to tap into that, and we will be back also on Sunday with the Press Box with Bama, J-Rob, myself. Y'all know what time it is. This is Player's Choice. See y'all on
Dama, good to see you, brother.
The other side.
Absolutely.